Hello, welcome back to another episode of Two Dudes Drinking Beer. My name is Josh.
I'm Alec.
And with us today we have one of our very special guests. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Thank you, Deandre. My friends call me Dre, but Deandre, nice to be here. Appreciate you guys getting me out of the house.
Yeah, man. How's COVID treating you?
It sucks really bad because like everybody was telling me it was gonna suck, but I didn't really believe it. Like I thought we were gonna be through this. Like,
and then the world shut down for a year.
Yeah, so like it sucks way more than I thought it would. Hell yeah.
Damn.
Well, we got some good time with planned for this.
Oh yeah.
We got some beer for you.
Oh.
Alec picked it today.
I went ahead and picked this out because
So go ahead and pass that down.
every time I seen you and Rydell in high school, that's what you were drinking.
Really?
So yeah,
Alec?
because I remember you and Rydell, when you'd party, you'd always get the Tecate.
Bro,
So it's a throwback.
it's a throwback, I guess.
So that's the intent of that.
All right.
And to
I
those of you
dig it.
to those of you who don't know, I've been friends with Deandre for a long time,
Long fucking time. Like,
since
definitely
middle school. Since
you and Rydell are the longest tenured friendship. You, Rydell, and Anthony and that whole crew is like the longest tenured friendship I've had.
Yeah,
That's
man.
why I try to keep connected with as many people as I can.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, you ended up hitting me up after seeing Anthony do the show.
because it's just, we need to start doing, well, one, we should all start doing more stuff together because, like, I'm sure you've even seen, like, growing up and how distant we've come and how much time it's a little amount of time, but so much has changed.
Mm-hmm.
And life is so short that, like, you know, we should all just start hanging out more and stuff, you know, because why not? You know, it's free to fucking call your friends
Yeah.
up and find the 5 or 10, 20, even if it's just a 30-minute little get together or lunch or whatever. At least it happened, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Especially in times like these, man, it's good to just reach out, and I'm super glad everyone's reaching out to us, being like, hey, let me get on the podcast. And Anthony ended up reaching out to me. Well, I reached out to him. So basically what happened was he posted a picture of him and his wife, his fiance rather, and posted a picture of him and his fiance, and he looked like he just dropped so much weight.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, dude, you looking good. I don't know what you're doing, but like, clearly you're doing it well. I hope you're keeping your head up through all this crazy shit and all this. And then he just responded like, hey, yeah, I've been listening to the podcast. I really like it. And I was like, yeah, we should get you on as a guest. And he's like, I'm there. And then I'm
That's
glad
awesome.
we got him, because then you saw it and now we got you.
Yeah.
And hopefully all the other
Hopefully
people
you get
see it.
Mikey
And
up in here, and
I'm trying to get Mikey. I'm trying to get Rydell.
Yeah, hopefully, you know. And then the cool thing about this is I'm sure that you guys are tech savvy enough to where you guys could do it from a distance. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, if we needed to do like some Zoom or
if need
some.
be.
because I know
Okay.
Rydell's all the way out in Sac.
Is he up
But,
in Sacktown now?
Yeah, but he actually came down 4th of July. He came out here, like, and stayed out here for like a day.
What's he doing? Because last time I seen, he was doing some delivery driving.
I think he's like a carpet cleaner now.
Oh yeah.
Like Stanley Steamer type shit.
Oh,
You know
yeah?
what I mean? Like,
Cool.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but I mean, he
That seems like a pretty chill job.
I guess he gets paid pretty good, so
Yeah, I know for sure.
definitely gets paid more than me.
He's got the
So,
bag
oh,
right
yeah.
now.
Yeah, he's definitely in his bag.
You see him grinding.
Yeah, I be getting motivated by him and how he be grinding. That's why I grind the way I grind. So
I send the messages like that to Anthony and Mikey from time to time, because you know Mikey's always on his music shit and Anthony's always just working hard, and I'm always reaching out. I'm like, hey, yo, just remember, I love you. I'm here for you. You know, I'm in your corner, and I think that's the kind of shit that we just need. And like right now, you hit me up, like that kind of has that same energy to me. So thanks for being here, man, because you're right. I think we all need this.
yeah, it's fun reconnecting with old friends, especially like you'll never get a better group of friends than the ones you had like in high school and like that 8th grade-ish to like junior-ish year, like all that shit that went down. Like,
Yeah.
that's a prime year of friends right there. Like,
Well, here's the thing, man. I know so many people who don't even remember. Like, if you talk to, like, my brother, he's like, I don't remember my friends' names from high school. But for me, it's like, I remember all the way from middle school and high school. 'Cause that's like,
Yeah.
That was...
Those are, like,
that was all I had, yeah.
Friends. Like, those are, like, we literally, would meet up after. It wasn't just school. Like, we'd do shit outside of school, you know what I mean?
Taking the bus home every day.
Exactly.
I mean, we were always together, and then it was just cut.
Yeah.
It was like...
But I mean, because it could have been a lot worse. Because you think of, like, with us, we're good. Like, we're friends. Like, might as well say family.
Yeah.
We'll always remember each other. But there's some people that you meet, like, you guys hung out like a whole year in high school, and then you'll see them out in public, and you guys don't even say anything to each other.
Yeah, it's like
you know
that.
What I mean, you get some of those friends, but
I was gonna say too. You said it's been like 2 years since we've like been like in the same room, and like
Exactly.
it doesn't feel like that, man. It really just like...
I don't think it ever will, just because of how close we are. We kind of can keep up with each other to a distance. Like, I mean, from a distance, but social media is pretty good with that. Like, you kind of keep up with what everybody's doing if they do show it. You know what I mean? But,
yeah, that's the thing. I don't really post too often. So when we got the podcast going, it was kind of new for me, because it was like, okay, well, at least I'll post the podcast, help share it or whatever.
Yeah.
And immediately people started hitting me up, being like, hey, I like it, keep it up, this and that. And I'm like, shit, well, okay, I mean, as long as people are saying they like it and want to have it, and then everyone's like, I want to be a guest on it, I'm like, yeah, man, come through. So keep doing that for a while, I guess.
What other stuff do you guys have in the works? Like, you guys are always up to something. I know you two.
Lately, I don't know if you know, but I did a live stream concert. So I'm working with Lyndon. We're doing a lot of concerts through like Facebook Live and Instagram Live. I'm mixing a few albums right now. I'm producing an album with artist Ezra. I'm working on some of my own solo stuff. So I'm always into music and doing that. I'm actually out of work right now because COVID, and
most definitely.
It's considered a comedy club because it's owned by the comedy club.
Yeah.
So that's shut down, but hopefully we'll be back soon. But yeah, just staying busy in music and doing the podcast and trying to make the best out of this, barbecuing more.
Oh yeah, bro. I got a grill for Father's Day, a gas grill, so
Yeah.
I pull it out like almost every weekend.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. Always pulling that big guy out.
You gotta have me come through, man. I'll cook some burgers.
Bro, that's another thing that's a good idea, because I grill so much, and it's like,
You do the gas grill though, because we do charcoal. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, I would have did that too. I would have did the charcoal too, but I don't know.
You didn't get to pick your own present.
I always liked the gas grill. I just liked how it is clean. You know,
easier.
You don't gotta buy charcoal. You just gotta buy the gas. Yeah, it's easier. Like, you know. But I want to get I want to learn how to cook eventually, like full on dad mode. So like, I want to get them all. I want the charcoal, the gas. I want the smoker.
I'll teach you how to do the charcoal, and then we can learn smoker together.
For sure.
Because I don't know how to do the smoking either. But every dad goes like, yeah, I just smoked this, and, you know.
I know.
They got the pictures of the...
This been smoking for 10 straight hours.
Yeah, smoking is all about time and seasonings and marinades.
And then they make it... Yeah, they act like they actually did something. They just sat it in a fucking
Sat there for 10 hours. It's like cooking in a crock pot.
Yeah.
But for dads.
It's just meat sitting there for 6 hours at 175 degrees.
I mean, it's something fun, I guess. You could say you did something.
Well, here's the thing. It's like a 1-year-old's birthday party. It's not for the 1-year-old. It's so all the parents could get together and drink beer a few more times before it's like a real ass, you know.
Yeah, that is so true.
Before you have like a 16-year-old, then it's like, oh shit, I gotta worry about her and her friends drinking, or you know, something like that.
I'm gonna be that parent, bruh. I'm gonna be the parent that lets the parties go down.
You gonna be the cool dad? It's like,
yeah. Because I always wanted that to be my parent, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So why not?
Well, you're in Oxnard still?
Yeah, Port Hueneme. Same house, same block.
Really?
Yep.
Damn, you're off Jenny or
J Street.
J Street? Yeah. Yeah, man. I remember we linked up when I was living in the trailer,
Yeah.
and we tried recording in your homie's like storage unit. Just, it was like some office space. You remember that? Remember him?
Oh yeah.
And then
I do.
I just remember you spit the craziest freestyle
I
on
met
the way
that
back.
dude at work when I was with Anthony.
Oh,
funny.
at the base?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he used to.
I mean, he just had an office building, like random as hell, bro. Like
It was
really,
big, too.
He was
It was-
real life rent. Like he was telling
Yeah.
us about it at work. Like, well, you know, we're all working at the same job. Like, you know, I'm 18. You know, like who the fuck just owns a damn office building
But
for no reason?
We're looking into one for the podcast and for recording.
But see, that's you guys would get
Eventually.
used to it. But this guy didn't have no business plan. He just
No, I know.
went and-
We went into the office and then we went into a little closet space.
Hey,
and
did
he's
you
like,
see that? Did you see he had like the camera? I remember one time I went in there and he had the camera set up. It looked like
it's like a porno set.
backdoor casting, yeah, like a casting couch.
I remember, yeah, bro.
And I was like, "Who did you rent this from? Like Bang Bros?" Like,
Whatever
Oh
makes
my
you money,
God.
man. Whatever makes the money.
right?
Jesus.
Almost had to tell him like, "Yo, you know we're here to rap, right? We're not here to like,
Right. We're not rapping like that, homie.
we're not talent, you know."
Yeah. He's like, no. I just give it a try.
Yeah.
No, man. I remember we recorded with him and we all wrote down some stuff, and then we went back to you guys were dropping me off. I don't think I drove, but you guys dropped me back off at my place, and you're like, yo, you know how it is. We got to rap. And then he started freestyling, and then I just remember you had this flow that I've never heard.
Yeah,
And-
me and Mikey,
And you just dropped bars, and I was like, oh my God.
Definitely, like, I remember freestyling we always used to freestyle for sure.
Yeah, man.
That was a big part of high school. Mikey too, man. Mikey was a crazy freestyler.
Mikey still is a crazy freestyler.
bet.
You know, he's on a magazine cover.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's
That's cool.
Yeah, an 805 Underground.
Oh, I think I did see that.
Yeah, bro. He made it with Popsky, A-Tray. I don't know the other really rappers like personally, but
Yeah.
you know,
I've
Mikey
heard
and his
of,
DJ, all that.
I heard of is it Popsky or
Popsky.
Popsky?
Popsky.
Popsky, yeah.
He used to be MIC, but he was by Popsky.
Yeah. I heard about him from back
Yeah.
in the day.
Yeah, he's pretty dope, man. He was doing shows in Ventura, music something.
Oh, yeah.
Music Factory in Ventura, which was cool because I got that's when I was doing a lot of work with Mikey. But yeah, man, it's just good to see him chasing that and still doing that and doing well. So
Yeah, he was always good, talented at anything he touched.
yeah, man, and to think I know for sure he'd be like a pro soccer player if he didn't break his leg.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
He'd
Like
probably be like a pro soccer player half the time, and then
Mm-hmm.
go play football when he wanted to.
and that's the crazy thing too, because he was like the jock of the group and still hung out with like us, like
yeah,
the
that was
nerdy-
weird.
nerdy
That's I
quiet
still
kids.
question that shit
same,
to
bro.
this day.
Because he's just a good soul, you know.
but he was like our real friend though.
Yeah.
Like, he
He's
was like
everyone's real friend,
he
bro.
was
He's just
like-
a real
yeah,
dude.
he was like a fucking myth. Like
Yeah.
he was
He-
like so cool in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And as junior high, man, that dude was the shit, bro. Like,
That's kind of the same thing though for me, because like being like the outcast I was, and then being like around Deandre, Rydell, and Mikey, it's like, yo, how are you hanging out with the funniest kids in school?
I think it was just because we were all kind of outcasts.
Yeah,
Except Mikey, but I think Mikey was an outcast in his own way. You
For
know what I
sure,
mean?
in
Like,
his
he
own
knew-
head.
Yeah, he knew us that like he was, you know, the image of the popular kid, but on the inside he knew he was just like one of us. You know,
Mhm.
like
He felt welcome.
because
Yeah.
like people they don't really understand. They didn't understand us. Like we were, you know, I think we were probably top 10 brokest kids in the whole.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, and that's
definitely
it's
top
so
10.
funny too. I ran into, because I was working with Lyndon on some stuff, and I ran in. Do you remember a girl named Cassidy von Kroneman?
Yeah. Wait.
So she's an actress now.
What did
And
she look like again?
She kind of looks like Jenica Minor.
Wait, what color hair did she have?
She's like kind of red. It's actually definitely red.
Kind of tall, kind of weird looking.
What school did she go to? She go to
She went to Westlake. She went to Westlake and
remember that
Kalina.
name. I remember that name vividly, but I just don't remember what she looks like.
But yeah, basically she saw me and I had like my beard and my glasses on. She's like, I don't recognize you, but you just seem so like, you know,
familiar.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, and I took off my glasses and she's like, holy shit, I know who you are. And she's like, yo, I'm so sorry nobody like gave you a chance in high school. And I was like, what?
This is her main profile picture right now.
Josh pulling up the shots.
Yeah, it's kind
of. She was
it
like,
is coming to me.
She's a little zany.
She's a little weird looking.
But yeah, and I think that was kind of like
that's fucked up.
The MO.
Can't believe she said that.
I kind of took it as a compliment because it was like, yo, I think it was like you're mature enough to recognize it now, you know. But at the same time, it probably, now that you say it, I'm like, oh yeah, I probably should have been mad about that.
Yeah, you should have shot your shot and then been mad after. Yeah,
I feel you.
But an actress now, whoa.
Yeah, she's doing some stuff, like on stage and theaters and stuff. So
that's cool.
Yeah, but that's what they're up to. But I just thought it was funny because
a lot of the kids that we went to school with, they had some interesting, like, they all turned out. You remember okay, you remember the dude in high school and he was like really weird, and Jonah Bregman.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that guy, bro?
No, what happened?
Bro, this guy was in the news like, I guess like a couple years ago when those fires were happening in Thousand Oaks and stuff, and people's like houses got burned down. This guy was like going into people's houses and stealing their lingerie and putting it on and whatnot, and going to like the park and like putting it on. Was
he flashing people in the lingerie?
I don't know what he was doing, but I read the article. Could you imagine? Now he's a sex offender.
Yeah, I bet from that. Yeah,
that's crazy though. But you remember him though, right? Like, you remember the weird kid.
He used to beef with Rydell. Rydell beef with everybody, but like.
Well, yeah.
He'd be like,
Rydell like stole his girl.
Yeah, and then I just remember they were beefing all the time, cause
yeah,
Rydell could talk some shit, but
he really could.
Oh man, that's crazy. It's like we know bank robbers, sex offenders. That's where my list kind of stops, unless you remind me. Unless you got some more stories, please.
I mean, you could get put on like the sex offender list for just like peeing in public. So.
Yeah.
Can you really?
Yeah.
You got to really piss off the cop, though.
That's technically indecent exposure.
Yeah.
Which is kind of whack.
Think about that though, like going to jail, and they're like, "What are you in for?"
Taking a piss on a tree.
No, it's like,
or like I broke into somebody's house.
I stole lingerie from a burning building.
Like, oh man, they got you for that. That's bullshit.
Yeah, bro, I'm innocent.
You go down as a martyr.
It wasn't me. Oh man, you'd be the prison bitch for sure. Like 0 seconds flat.
Well, I'm pretty sure you go into like protective custody as soon as they heard what you were doing. Cause
why?
They're not.
Oh, you mean like in jail? They're like, well, they're gonna kill you.
Well, yeah, because they're gonna fuck you up if they hear it. Like, that's not even. It's not. It's a harmless crime, but it's just like so stupid that they're just gonna fuck you up.
It's psychopathic almost. Yeah. It's like, yo, we gotta show this guy we mean business.
Like, you did what? And you went where? Mm-hmm. To go do what with it? Like, nah, son. Sorry.
Damn.
Not my bunkie. Catch that motherfucker wearing your dirty underwear when you wake up in the morning.
That's what I was gonna say too. Like, imagine you're at the park with your kids, and then all of a sudden, like, he flashes you guys.
Beat the shit out of him.
And your girl's like, "Yo, those are mine." And you're like, "Nah, my house burnt down, and you're wearing my woman's underwear." I'm gonna put up for that shit.
That's a brave soul though, right there, that he was willing to go that.
That dude is living his best life. He's free as fuck.
Does whatever the fuck he wants.
It's weird because like, you don't want to call kids like weird in high school, but he was always the weird kid, and then look who he became.
The weird kid.
Yeah, he became the weird human being.
Yeah,
like whole ass adult.
He became, dude. It's so weird that like so many people from high school, it's like that was like, he was kind of like popular, if I'm not mistaken, right? He was like around the, you know, cool kids or whatever.
Yeah, but he was also weird. Like, he always used to try that, like touching you inappropriately type stuff. Like one of those kids that used to like grab your butt and play.
You do the gobble gobble.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, don't even play like that. And then look, like now you play like look who you became,
now
bro.
Now
like,
you
think about if you would have let that kid touch you in high school, and now you think about it and like, look who that guy became. Like it wasn't funny. Like,
imagine all the people who he did touch in high school and was like, I fucking knew it.
See, like that's
you ended
why.
up right where you fucking belong.
What do you think could have prevented that? Like,
I think
shock therapy.
What could have prevented it is if
that's
like
a good question.
Like Alex said, he was one of the popular kids in high school, and they kind of like egged him on for his humor because he used to think he was so funny.
That's the thing.
That's why
too.
he was popular, because he was just so fucking oddball. They were like,
well, yeah,
get a load of this guy,
bro. He was the jester. Like when you really think about it, he's like the dude who would do anything just because that's what made him fit in.
He was like the like epitome of a class clown.
Yeah, like that was his life.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that just happened. I bet you, if you really kind of look at it like psychologically, what probably happened was he did that shit and it kind of developed in some sort of fetish where he's like, you know, I could get away with it in high school, or he did something he didn't think he would do for a laugh and he's like, oh, I kind of like that, you know. It probably started off with like sending nudes to like people with like lingerie on, and he's just like,
tell me I'm pretty.
yeah, something funny, and then it ended up becoming some shit like, oh, I need to do this in public from a burning building. Like, he's like, this is fun and all, but there's not enough risk involved, you know? Like, what if I lit something on fire and then just took some panties?
Yeah, that's that guy. And then like it was like a year ago this happened, so like it wasn't like right after high school or something. Like, you're a whole grown man, bro. Like
No, because he was at least a year or two older than us.
yeah, he was like a year older than us.
Yeah, so he definitely was like, what, 20,
I forgot about that.
27, doing some panty raids.
Yeah, bro, you're almost
and you know what the best thing is? Like, he was probably alone. Like, it wasn't like you and me getting drunk and doing something stupid. It was like, this guy was like, the building's on fire. Here's my chance.
Sober.
He probably sober as a fucking bird, being like, yo, I bet I could break into that house and steal all those panties that I want.
Yeah, I mean, if everyone's evacuated, no one's gonna be there to stop you,
bro. But it's like, okay, think about this. It's wrong to do in the first place.
Yes.
Of course. I'm glad that
But
we all agree
all
on
the
that.
shit you could have stole.
You chose the weirdest shit.
You steal underwear.
Yeah, yeah, bro. If it was like jewelry,
He probably looked at the diamonds and just laughed.
I know where the real money's at. Dude.
He's like, Rolex. And then I'm going for your Victoria's Secret.
And then it's another thing to put it on. Stealing it, sure, I can understand that. It's like the whole thing.
Yeah, bro.
A woman wore this. Like, I'm gonna smell it, or like whatever. But like to put it on after the fact.
Bro, like, could you imagine being the judge? Like, what slides across your desk?
You
like,
want to know why judges are always like dead in the eyes when they're doing cases over like
they see shit like that.
Yeah, because they're like, okay, so you're telling me the tenant hasn't paid the landlord the rent for 3 months? Goosh, pay the man. Done deal. But when you got to get ethics involved into, yo, this dude stole some panties. Pause. Will the bailiff please show me the pictures?
Did he at least look good?
Yeah.
He's like, so do you want to see the pictures with him on, or like the evidence?
In your defense, Your Honor, it was his hot girl summer, and he was living his best life. Oh man, yeah, man. That's when those judge. That's why when you meet a doctor, I'm going to a doctor's right now, and I'm like, yeah, I've got some chest pain, and got the doo-doos and this and that, and they're like,
I told you don't kiss those girls down there, bro.
Yeah, I know.
You
I
gotta
should have
stop
listened.
doing that,
I should have
bro.
listened.
You don't even know those girls, bro.
But it's because no one ever kissed me in high school, so I wanted, it's all high school. It all rolls over from high school.
Bro, you had chances.
I know.
You got mad girls in high school.
Bro, you know me. Like, I was that guy. I was me, but like inside I didn't realize, like what I could do. And I still don't, Low key, I sleep on myself still, but
You didn't peak. You haven't peaked yet.
Gotta
No.
put yourself out there, man.
I'm working on it, man. This is why I'm doing the podcast, and I'm, reconnecting and
Some people don't peak till after
30s.
high school.
I
Some
feel
people
like-
don't peak at
Look
all.
Look at Rydell and Anthony. They're all skinny now.
yeah, dude.
Motherfuckers are skinny.
Pisses me
now.
off, bro. Rydell's like a handsome dude, like for real. Like he's got his locks and everything, and then like he's skinny as fuck, bro.
Used to be.
Everyone used to call him
used
Lil
to be a
Bill.
whole butterball, bro.
Everyone used to call him Lil Bill, bro.
A whole butterball.
What'd he do? He lost all that weight and somehow
And
grew.
he's like our tall. He's like our height
Yeah,
now. Like
he
we can't
grew-
even. We can't even talk shit to him.
He
no
grew
more.
like 6 inches, bro. Out of high school, he straight up didn't have a growth spurt ever.
Yeah.
Everyone was taller than him. This dude couldn't spell either, remember?
I think he still has issues.
I mean, I'm sure he does.
Let's not shame him. For
No,
that
no,
right
no.
now,
We're not.
because
We're not here to do that. I'm just,
iPhones have autocorrect, so at least he'll be all right.
Makes it easy for everyone.
hey. But yeah, man. Like, it's crazy, man. Just seeing how everyone kind of glowed up on their own.
Yeah, I mean it'll happen or it won't. You'll go down a terrible path. Some people get on top, and then you got the people who's still
Breaking
under.
Stealing
houses
panties.
during fires.
Exactly. Goes.
Could you imagine explaining that to your parents, though? I mean, there's so many. You could do a whole movie about this. Like, you could do a comedy. You could do a horror film. You could do like a rom-com. You could turn that into anything with that plot.
But to think about it, that's like one of the best times to do robberies.
Obviously not.
That's
He
what
got
I'm saying.
caught.
But it's like no. But it's like, dude, look what you stole.
Yeah.
Well, Alec,
You missed the
Yeah.
point.
no one's there. You evacuate the whole neighborhood. So, granted, if they see you there, you're like, that's a red flag. You're not supposed to be here.
The more I think about it, the more I realize that someone had to be like, okay, what's the barcode on the panties? And then trace it to like the retailer, and then the seller, and then the buyer.
Well, no, I think the way he got caught was actually, well, from what I heard in the newspaper clipping, he stole the pennies and then went to that park over there in Thousand
This
Oaks.
can't be real.
Yeah, like he went to that park over there in Thousand Oaks, the one where the teen center was.
Yeah.
And I guess there were some cameras over there or something. And he was going in and out of the bathrooms, trying on different.
Doing a fucking
Yeah,
catwalk.
and coming out and just looking at himself and then going back in and doing a whole wardrobe change.
That's gotta be drugs, bro.
That's like some Buffalo Bill shit. Like
It's
Silence
a
of the
combination
Lambs.
of drugs, and you're just like that.
Just crazy, yeah.
He didn't
Like,
kill anyone.
It was embedded into your head a long time ago, and the drug just brought it out. Like,
Yeah.
fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
You were this person.
You were always thinking about it, low-key.
Yeah.
Like in the back of your head.
Damn. No,
Like-
you're right.
Motherfucker would probably walk past the fucking Victoria's Secret and get the chills.
He's the guy, like, when he was a kid, like, I don't know about you guys, I never look. I would, like, be afraid to, like, even look at the Victoria's Secret store
Dude, I do
walking
that
by.
now.
I know, but, like, that seems pretty reasonable. He was the guy who's like, one day. One day I'll be
He
in
stands at
there.
the other side of the mall because it's like it's on the one side. You stand on the opposite, right in the middle. He just looks in menacingly. It's like, I'm gonna wear that set. I'm gonna rock
You know
the shit
how,
out
like,
of it.
Like they find like okay, so like, you know, like in the Michael Myers movies, they always have like the beginning where like he used to kill animals.
Mhm.
I wonder like what was his like thing, you know?
Like I said, man, it's probably just
what was
nudes.
Yeah.
It was probably just nudes. It was just like, just sending it to like people in his class, being like, "You think I'm sexy in this?" And everyone's like, "LOL, bro, you're gross."
I don't think that would lead someone to like put it on. He probably tried on what, like, did he have a sister?
I don't know, dude. I don't know
If he
shit
had a
about him.
sister, probably tried on, like, without her knowing, of course, like a pair of her underwear, and was like, I like this. It's
I feel
comfy.
pretty. I just, oh
It
man,
could just be super comfortable, made out of that premium material.
probably. It's,
He's like, I'm extra aerodynamic.
fuck,
He's
man.
like, I could run so fast in these.
You know what the best thing is? He probably put on some panties and was like, "Pfft, "It's just like a Speedo. It's just like a Speedo, but it's pink and lacy. What's wrong with that?"
And now he's in jail, and we'll have to register as a sex offender when he gets out.
Could you
Imagine
imagine?
you gotta go to all your neighbors like, hey,
Howdy, neighbor. I would like to inform you I'm, in fact, a registered sex offender.
Like, how you gotta start off that conversation? You gotta bring them cake.
No, that's the thing. It's like you can't just invite them over for the barbecue and be like, I'm a sex offender.
You gotta write it on the cake.
I wouldn't eat that cake.
No, dude. I'd put down whatever's in my hand, and I'd be like, yo, whatever's in here, it's drugged. I'm leaving. Have a nice day.
But on the other hand, like if one of my neighbors came up to our door and was like, "Hey, I'm a registered sex offender," I would look I'd look them up on Megan's Law, see what they did, or I'd ask him like for what. Because
it's like that. Like they just
what if people were like
on there what you did too?
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
They have to. And then what if he was like...
You could look at your current neighborhood,
bro,
too, and be like, everyone around you.
Bro, like, if you ever get even simply caught up in the littlest thing like that...
You're done.
You're done.
There's people who live across the street for child porn.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. It's like, where did all these motherfuckers, like...
It's that way. No.
Why are you,
that way.
like... What?
Mm-hmm.
And then whenever somebody gets caught and it's in the newspaper, it's like, we found 15,000 photos of child pornography. Like, bro, what the fuck were you doing? Like, okay, maybe 1 or 2, but 15,000 photos of child pornography.
I saw a headline on Twitter that a guy was arrested.
Like, it slipped in there. It's an accident. But once you get caught with 15,000...
I didn't know she wasn't 18.
Dude, I saw a headline on Twitter today. 56 terabytes of child pornography some dude was arrested with.
Bro was running a child pornography empire.
That is so much. 56 terabytes.
It's probably not even HD.
Probably not. They all use Nokia to take those photos.
Yeah. HD takes up a lot of memory, so you know there's a lot more photos than what you're anticipating. Like, whatever porn you're watching on, like, Pornhub, let's just say 720, right? 720 porno, 10-minute video. That's about a gig, right? So
dang.
An hour long show shot in 1080p is on average 15 to 20 gigs.
Yeah, it's a lot. So when you really do the math, it's like just for every photo or video you think there is, just add 10. That's probably the real number.
You're telling me this guy got a refrigerator size fucking hard drive full of fucking porn of children.
Jesus Christ.
Death penalty. Done.
Is this the...
Just don't even give him a trial. Just public execution.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you could have literally probably clicked next on the mouse for fucking 2 straight days and just seen fucking nothing but child porn.
You could go longer than 2 days, bro.
Of fucking porn, bro? Like, no.
Of kids.
Death penalty. Castrate, then death penalty.
You're one of those of the light them on fire?
Well, some people want to, like, look at it as I've seen a lot of people want to treat them with compassion now, pedophiles.
Aren't they part of the LGBTQ community now?
Yeah, but they
really?
I think they are.
Pedophiles?
Yeah.
They say it's
it's LGBTQ.
They say it's a sexual orientation.
Hold up.
Ding, 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 ding.
The pedophiles say it's their sexuality. It's like
how
it's
are
like
you sexually attracted to a child and it's a sex like?
And LGBTQ is like, we get that.
No, they're like, no, we don't support that. I
thought they took it open.
No, they
willingly.
don't. They don't want to associate with that. But the pedophiles are trying to get it adopted into it.
Okay, so
you imagine being one of those guys who's like, no, I'm just like you.
So they say it's a sexuality, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's not a choice. They're just attracted to children.
I'm attracted to 12-year-olds.
All right.
Taking out of context,
I guess
really
when
bad.
you put it like that, but what I'm seeing is all right. The LGBTQ group or whatever, right? Okay, so like obviously includes lesbian and gay people.
Mm.
All right, lesbian people, they can do lesbian stuff.
Mm.
Gay people, they can do, they can have sex, but a pedophile can't. It's illegal for them to do what they're talking to. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like that's what I don't know. You can't include them in the group because it's not like that. Like you might be able to include them in the group of schizophrenics.
It's like a Murderers Anonymous group. Yes,
they can go over there, but not with your sexuality. Like, nah, bro.
It's a mental illness.
Exactly. It's not a... No, you can't just add another letter onto the alphabet thing and think it's... No, because once you add that, into there, like I don't want nothing to do with none of them. Like, hold on, y'all already added like 16 letters. Like,
Yeah, there's like
you can't add the
Well,
P.
there's
72 genders.
you can't add the P.
You can't add the P, bro. Like, we're not doing all that over
I mean,
here.
even that, when you say it, it's like if you add the P, it's like pedophile. That literally means like child
You
predator.
love kids.
Yeah. Like it really
Oh,
means
man.
it's got like there's no positive connotation about it. It's all bad.
And like
There's no workaround.
the thing is, like with pedophiles, it's all like, this is gonna make me sound like a piece of shit.
Well, I was gonna say it sounds like you know a lot of pedophiles.
I don't, but it's like
Here's the thing. Here, in all my years of pedophiles, I know a lot of pedophiles. Here's the thing about these pedophiles.
As all the time of being a pedophile, I'm not a pedophile. But once again, taken out of context, that sounds really bad.
You know the beer man?
I'm down.
Sure, but like,
Yeah, just go ahead and shout it out. There's no rules. There's no
It's
format. As you
actually
can
pretty
see,
good.
they
not bad, right? Better than the originals.
you only hear like pedophiles going after like 12 or like under, or like fucking like actual kids, not like teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Like R. Kelly's like, tell me your age again.
well, I don't know about that.
Bro,
Well, it's
that
like-
motherfucker, if what they were saying on that documentary is true, bro, that motherfucker, bro, was on. And Boondocks tried to tell us this a long time ago.
Hey, you
bro.
seen the bro? Season 1,
Bro, like,
season 1, Boondocks.
Boondocks is
They're
so
like,
ahead of its time that if it was to come out today, like, it would have been a way bigger show than it was.
Hell yeah,
Bro,
dude.
like,
Well, didn't like people know about R. Kelly for like the longest
yeah,
time?
everyone
Boondocks
knew.
literally told us this.
But they're like, you don't
and then
understand how
they
much
told
black
us
people
this.
love R. Kelly.
Bro, I promise you this. Like, I understand it because people are like, well, I gotta separate the person he is from the music, because a lot of
Yeah.
people still gotta play his music.
It's
and
like
when you go
separating
back,
Michael Jackson from being a child rapist.
Exactly. Because like when you go back and you listen to their music, like Michael Jackson or R. Kelly, it's like some fucking good music, bro. Like I can't, like I'm not
Shit
gonna,
slaps.
I'm not just gonna deny that because their whole allegations or whatever.
It's like when
That's
people go to
them,
Chick-fil-A
though,
and
yeah.
they're just like, man, I support the gays. It's just a really good sandwich.
See, it'd be different though if like every time they hand you the bag, it's like fuck gay people. Then you'd probably be like, oh, I got a problem with that.
That's kind of where I gotta draw the line, guys. I'm
But
sorry.
no, they don't do that. It's just the CEO. It's different. I'm sure
Oh,
the
man.
individual employees
But
don't
here's the
hate
thing.
gay people.
Here's the thing. If you've ever been to a Chick-fil-A
It's fucking amazing.
and everyone's like talking about how
Bro,
nice the
they're all
service is,
nice.
everyone talk about how immediately you even beat me to it. They talk about how nice the service is. I bet you dime to a dollar, bro. It's because they all go to church on Sunday. It's because
They don't.
No, I bet you it is. I bet you it is because
Imagine
they really.
if that was
I'm gonna
like
get a job
it-
at Chick-fil-A just to spite you.
Imagine
Go ahead.
if that was in the
probably won't hire
damn
me.
contract.
No, that's what I'm saying, though,
Man,
like,
we got you. I just
everyone-
gotta go to church on Sundays.
No. Everyone,
What?
everyone probably just knows someone from the church. You know, they all go to church together. They're like, yo, I heard Billy's 16 now. How about you come to Chick-fil-A and I'll get Billy a job as a fucking, I don't know.
I don't know.
What
I,
do you
just-
mean
I don't
Chick-fil-A
think. I don't
worker?
think that they have that many devout Christians
I
to
think
work
they
at
do.
that many damn Chick-fil-A's.
I think they do.
You think so?
I think so, yeah, man.
Bro, you
Why
gotta,
wouldn't they?
You gotta pull up to a Chick-fil-A. Next time you pull up to a Chick-fil-A and you ask for, hey, are you Christian?
Well,
ask 'em.
They probably wouldn't feel comfortable. You know what you got to do is you got to be sneaky about it. You got to be like, God bless you, after they take your
Oh,
order.
I see.
And they'd be like, God bless you. And there's a little twinkle in their eye. And then you go to the next window
They're like,
and he's
you know
like,
what? Put your card away.
This one's on the Lord.
for sure, dude. You gotta be
Yes.
You gotta be sneaky about it though. You can't just be like, are you Christian? Because they're smart, man. They're like, you know, we've been prosecuted for many years. You can't just ask us that. You gotta just be like, and may God bless you. Have a blessed day. And then they're gonna tear up and they'll be like, you know what? God bless you. I'll see you on church on Sunday.
Hands you bag. May God bless this meal.
He's like, let's just pray. Bow your head. We're gonna pray for this meal.
Sir, I have a
You-
line.
after
Bow
you-
your head.
I
Yeah.
hope this chocolate shake tastes
Right
better than
yeah,
anything
right
you've
after
ever
you
had.
after you grab your meal, you just gotta say grace right there. Just
Yeah.
leave everybody waiting and just.
He's like, I gave you some water that was touched by Jesus. It's red wine. We do that through the drive-through now.
Bro, every time I pull up to Chick-fil-A, bro, or every time I want Chick-fil-A, I swear it's Sunday. Like I'll just,
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A sounds fire right now.
It just
and then it's
happens to
like-
be.
Really?
It just happens to be the Lord's day.
Isn't that crazy too? Like everyone, even I've had that, and I'm not like an avid Chick-fil-A. Like, I think Chick-fil-A is good, but like, I'm not like one of those people who like go to In-N-Out, you know, religiously like once a month or anything. Like, I don't have like a routine.
Once a month is religiously to you?
I don't know, dude. But like, I think we've all met someone who's like, oh yeah, you gotta have In-N-Out. Like, I meet people who eat In-N-Out like at least once a week. It's like every Monday.
Every day is a different restaurant.
Every Monday.
You must be a really boring person if you eat In-N-Out once a week.
Yeah, man.
And In-N-Out is one of the most boring restaurants you could possibly choose from.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like everything is the same.
I was gonna say, here's what I hate: when you go to In-N-Out, someone asks you, "What are you gonna get?" I'm like, "Bro, what do they have?"
I'm gonna get a burger.
They have literally
I'm
burgers.
gonna get number
and
2
fries.
of the 3 fucking options they have.
Yeah, it's like, what are you asking me this for, bro? You could literally wait and see. You could guess my order.
You can't
Because
even,
everyone gets excited. They're like, "Are you gonna get a like a 6x6?"
you can get animal style fries.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm gonna change it up. Pour some fucking milk on my burger. I bet nobody buys the milk. They always have
You
milk
know what
right
you
there on
gotta
the
do,
menu.
bro?
And
Like, just
coffee.
pour some fucking milk on
When
my
was the
burger.
last time you saw someone get a coffee at
Right?
In-N-Out?
I've seen people get coffee at In-N-Out.
You'll
Never have.
probably order some coffee and there'll probably be dust on it.
Yeah, because it's
Probably
like,
what? The whole fucking In-N-Out line will probably shut down. They'll be like, coffee.
They just
Everybody
sound an
will just
alarm.
fucking malfunction. Where the fuck is the coffee machine at?
oh my god, that's so perfect. That's so true
It's
too.
just supposed to be a bluff.
I've never.
I know. They're like, sir, can you pull up? Can you pull over and park right there?
The first time they ever park anyone ever.
Right?
Someone go to Starbucks. Shit. Didn't expect it.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing, dude. That's definitely one of those things that you don't think about though too. Like, so the one time I was there, I seen a lady get a grilled cheese and a milk for her kid, and I was like, yo, really?
Fuck that kid.
No, fuck that mother, bro. What a terrible mom.
The kids are super picky.
I guess.
I didn't know they sell grilled cheese there.
I mean, you
Well,
just get like
you just get the bun with
The
cheese.
bun? Oh my
Yeah, bun with
god.
cheese.
Yeah, so it's that's
which
the thing.
is
It's
terrible.
like
I would have got played.
even their secret menu is still just shit from the regular menu.
I expected the cleanest grilled cheese ever, bro. Like, I was about to pull up after and be like, "Hey, you guys got grilled cheese?"
I heard you got grilled cheese to this motherfucker.
And it's still $5.
Yeah, it's pretty
You can
expensive.
make your own for 20 cents.
Aren't they Christian too? In-N-Out? Yeah,
I think so because they got the.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm strictly judging it off the Christmas bag.
My,
they do the Bible verses on
Yeah,
the
They also
pads.
pay fucking super well.
my girlfriend's her like uncle is like the general manager or some shit.
General managers
And yeah,
start at 6 figures.
Six
Exactly.
figures.
Yeah, he gets 6 figures and he fucking goes on all these dope ass vacations and shit. And
You imagine being that guy
Yeah.
and
They
like
treat their
Maui.
employees really nice.
yeah, he gets to go to Hawaii all the time.
You're in Hawaii. You're like, I'm a CEO of fucking blah 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 software company.
Yeah.
What do? I'm a manager at In-N-Out.
And they're like, what's
Yeah.
In-N-Out?
I'd kill myself,
a West
bro.
Coast thing.
Yeah, everyone knows In-N-Out, bro. Everyone.
Not everyone.
Everyone
The
in the United
farthest
States
location
knows
they
In-N-Out.
have is Texas.
Everyone knows
You
In-N-Out, bro.
think
I don't
people in
know.
the Bronx know what In-N-Out is?
I do.
No.
We
You
know
think
what
so?
White Castle is. You know what White
I mean,
Castle is?
White Castle's around here though. It's
Social-
in the, they
social
have
media?
them on the West Coast.
I've never heard. I've
Social
never seen
media
that.
definitely
I went
helps.
to well, I don't know. Do you think?
Fuck you, Josh. We're talking.
Well, I'm just saying, isn't Utah the West Coast still?
No, dude, Utah. Are you stupid?
It's
Bro,
towards the west.
I drove to Utah.
Utah
a
is
few
like
weeks ago.
2 states away.
All right, okay. Well, like I
New
seen
Mex-
there was a White
Nevada
Castle
separates
Wait, you say
us.
west or east?
West.
Oh, yeah, it probably is the west.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean.
I thought you said. I
Nevada-
thought you said.
No.
I
Nevada
thought you said
separates
east.
us.
I thought you said east. My bad.
But like, okay, so like
Colorado.
White Castle. There was I went to. There was either a White Castle in Nevada, Arizona, or Utah, but there was a White Castle, and I wanted to go, but I didn't because I don't know. But yeah, White Castle's close. It's pretty close, you know. if you
Sonic.
really- Oh, Sonic.
I love Sonic.
I haven't
60
been there in
miles.
years.
I love Sonic, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I love
Do they
Sonic.
still come out on skates?
Yep.
Imagine
I
working
like
there.
seeing videos of them falling
Yeah,
too.
I see videos updated almost weekly of someone eating shit.
They're carrying out like a
on their
tray full of
skates with
slushies
shakes,
and
yeah.
they just eat shit. It's like great.
So
I would quit on the spot.
yeah, bro, I
you
would
wanna-
definitely not
You
wear
want
the
to talk
skates.
about quitting on the spot, bro? You should do my job.
What you do?
I'm an Amazon delivery associate.
Talk about
I
it.
deliver Amazon packages.
What's that like in this era?
This, man, literally, okay, so I've been thinking about this, like, when I knew I was going to come on the podcast, I was like, the only thing I could really talk about during COVID and what I've done is go to work.
Yo, real shit, whatever you want to talk about, bro. I don't know if I've been doing a good job, but, like, you got the wheel. If there's anything you want to say or...
This politics
this
could ask you about
bro.
BLM.
Yeah, this is all you.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
It's very relevant.
We could get into it.
I'd love to hear what you got to say, but let's get into Amazon first, and then...
Well, I've been working at Amazon in October, beginning of November, end of October, it'll be a year. And when I started working at Amazon, I don't really order stuff online because I don't like to wait. I like to get my stuff
the
right
same
there.
way.
Like, I won't order, even though Amazon gets you to you in the next day or 2 days.
I go to Target. I need it now.
Says the man who had 3 Amazon packages delivered to this house.
Those are video games you can't find anywhere right now.
There's some stuff.
Go to the game stores Ryan goes to.
Fuck that, bro.
There's some stuff you have to order on Amazon, I guess. But when I started working there, I thought that it was just like a seasonal thing. Like, I didn't know people order Amazon packages like that.
Year round.
Nor did I know it was
yeah,
that
bro.
big.
People order groceries year round.
I didn't
week
order
to week.
it. I didn't know that it was that big of a company. Like,
that's insane.
I didn't know. I heard of them, and I was
you
like,
got in on the ground floor.
They got these tablets, you know, and they sell books. That's what I thought it was. And then
back in the day.
Yeah, exactly. And then so my friend, he gets me the job. I'm like, all right.
Who's your friend? Shout out your friend.
My homeboy Thomas.
Hey, Thomas.
Shout out Thomas Tuu, Sweet Tea, over there in Arizona right now, living up his vacation because he also puts in that hard work at Amazon.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was just a seasonal thing. You know, I got in there around holiday season, so I'm thinking we're gonna deliver these packages and then we're not gonna have a job anymore. So when I started, it was cool. You know, pretty easy doing my job, delivering packages. And then Christmas time hit and the demand got higher, so it was just all over the place. Like, boom, 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 190 stops a day, 300 something packages a day.
Jesus.
So I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, I'm doing my best every day. Like, during that whole period of time, I was pretty sure I was gonna get fired just because, like,
you going slow or something?
I'm slow. This shit fucking sucks, bro.
I was about to say.
I'm out here all day, bro. Like, so suddenly, like, after a while. And after I start doing it enough, I get better, and I'm like, all right, boom, 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 still delivering. And then Christmas ends, so they told us, like, after Christmas ends, they're like, all right, like, it's gonna start getting easier now, guys. Like, people aren't ordering stuff as much.
And you still get 300 packages.
But Amazon, like, the day I went back to work after Christmas, like, it was easy. Like, I got off at 2 o'clock. Like, I was chilling.
Yeah.
And then the day after that, everything boosted back up. So Amazon was like, oh, you can do 190 stops in a day? How about you just do that every day? So, like, we just do that shit every day. And then, like, after a while, I kind of got tired of working there. So I was just like, I'm going to start cutting corners. And I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm going to just do whatever. Like, I'm dropping off packages here. I'm leaving them here. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I really don't. And then the next thing you know, I get a fucking promotion. And I'm like, bro, like,
because you're going faster?
Yeah,
or what?
but it was like, because I stuck by while everyone else quit. Like, I just didn't quit because I know, like, if you quit, you can't get unemployment. If you quit, you got to get fired. So I'm doing everything except flipping the van over. Like, yeah. Like, and then so, like, I'm like, all right. So then COVID comes, right? And then these motherfuckers still have us going to work while everybody else has to stay home. And I'm like, all right, hold up, there's something wrong here. Like, I'm still at work and everybody gets to stay home. Like, this is not, like, this is not cool. So then COVID hits, and then I see, like, all of my homies who lost their job, they are getting unemployment. They're getting, like, $1,600 every 2 weeks.
Yeah, fuck
And I'm like, bro, like, are you fucking serious? Like, bro, I'm busting my ass right now. Like,
Alec.
So, like, I was like, all right, whatever. Like, I'm really done. Like, I'm gonna start being even more savage when dropping off these packages. Motherfucker calls me and he's like, okay, you know, like, recently he's like, yeah, you've been here a while, so we're coming up on a year now. We've been a company and you've been here since the beginning, so, you know, I'm gonna give you $18 an hour.
Damn.
And I was like, bro, like, I thought you were calling to fire me, bro. Like, I thought it was on, like, we're getting $1,600 every 2 weeks. Like, I was gonna run to that unemployment line so fast, bro. But yeah, it's just been like, it's just like some crazy, like, it's a crazy lifestyle, like, because people who want their packages will wait outside.
Yeah, no.
On their phone, and it tracks you. Like it'll tell them how many stops I am away.
We had our friend Raul on here, bro. He drives for FedEx, and he's got the same issue, bro. People will wait outside, and they want to talk to him. They're like, "Hey, how's your day?" And he's like, "I have packages to deliver." Bro,
that's the worst.
And they're like, "You're being really rude right now." And he's like, "I'm not."
It's not, because it's like, okay, so like they want you at a door every 2.5 minutes, pretty much delivering a package. Like that's the time you have in between stops. So it's like you stop to talk to somebody. That's a stop that you just waited, or even if you take a 5 minutes or 10 minutes, even taking a shit, that's 3-4 stops right there. That like, and everything stops you from going home, because you can't go home till you
finish your job.
Yeah, unless you know it suddenly reaches 6 and they tell you to come back home because it's too late.
Is it because like an overtime thing, or?
Yeah, they don't really like to give you too much overtime. Like they're not gonna let you go out there and just chill, lollygag, and you know,
it's a big corporation. They hate overtime.
Exactly. Like they gave us like hazard pay for like 30 days.
Oh,
but it was
it
was like a $2 raise. But I was like, you know, it was cool because it was cool for me because everybody wanted to go to work.
It's cool for a bit, but it's not going to cover hospital bills.
Yeah, no, hell no.
Yeah.
They like with Amazon, they definitely did a lot of cutting corners when the whole COVID thing hit. Because like when everybody else got to stay home, bro, I swear.
For everyone, it's just everyone right now. It's just money. It's always just gonna be money out here.
Bro, like we barely got masks like recently.
That's fucked up.
I swear, bro. Like recently, like like March, this shit was big and everybody was wearing their masks and stuff. We didn't have masks back then, nor did we have to wear them. Like it wasn't mandated yet, you know. But they took forever to get us masks, and we still don't have gloves. Like we bare hand, you know, but if I get sick, you know, they're just like, oh, we'll stay home for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And when you come back, make sure you don't have COVID. Like, that's all they say. Like, bro, like that's how they're.
That's the crazy thing too, man. I saw an Elon Musk interview, and even I was kind of disappointed. I was like, yo, even as smart as he is, like, you figure he'd be a little more like understanding.
Yeah, didn't he say some shit like he doesn't think we should get a stimulus check or something?
Yeah, he said something like that, and then he was just like, we need to open up. And like, I get it, but like at the same time, it's like he's only saying that because he's losing money. You know,
he's made like $48 billion since. Like,
Bezos is
quarantine.
Bezos just broke a record today. I'm pretty sure he
breaks records every day.
He's the first $200 billion heir or whatever the word is. He's the only person to ever have. He has to be the richest man in the world.
He is.
He is.
But yeah, he has 200.
And his wife is number 2. His ex-wife.
He's worth $200 billion.
That's so shitty. Like your ex-wife automatically becomes number 2 because you got divorced, and she took half of all the money you made.
And she's part of the 1% now, and that's why he needs more money, because now that he's double whatever he's worth, he's also still probably just sitting at what he was worth after the divorce.
He definitely doesn't need any more money.
No,
like you're good.
Nah, bro.
Like you're not even gonna be able to spend that before you die. Like so.
There's pictures of what $1 million looks like, and it could fit on this table.
Grains of rice.
Yeah, and there's pictures of what $1 trillion looks like, and it's like 2 football stadiums stacked. There's pictures of what $100 trillion looks like, bro. It's like 4 stadiums stacked.
So
4
what does
by
he
4.
have? He has like a trillion.
He has 200 trillion.
He has $200 trillion.
200 trillion.
Well, that's what his company's worth.
That's what he's worth.
That is his worth.
So he's a trillionaire.
He's a 200 trillionaire.
If he were to liquidate all of his assets, yes.
So he has a type of, but like, what do you think sitting in his bank right now? Like, what's his spending money
in his bank account?
Yeah.
I'd probably say 10 plus million.
At least million, if not a billy.
So he keeps $10 million, and then the rest of his shit is just like assets and shit.
Yeah.
100%. But the thing is, like, assets is like cars, house, everything. Like, it's still money.
Company.
Yeah.
It's still money coming from somewhere, you know.
Yeah. But it's not tangible.
So, yes, but he could still go and like anywhere and just be like, I want that.
Well, yeah, that's mine. Exactly.
That's mine now.
Put it on the credit card with no limit, and someone else pays it off.
There was a story about people going to Disneyland with Egyptian princes, and the bodyguards would like be there to like protect them from like pictures and shit. And they'd walk up to like Pirates of the Caribbean, and they're like, I would like to purchase this. and they'd have to explain like, actually no, this isn't for sale. And he's like, no, I wanna buy Pirates of the Caribbean. And everyone has to be like, they bring the legal team down and they're like, you can't buy Pirates of the Caribbean from Disneyland. And he's like, pick a price. Tell me the price and I'll pay it. And they're like, no, I don't think you understand. Like, not only are we not able to sell it to you, but like the people who could sell it to you
aren't gonna sell it to you.
Yeah. And it's like, apparently the Saudi oil money is like so real to where these like teenagers and kids who have their parents just walk around the world going to like places like this, and they're like, I would like to buy 3 of these, and they just buy it because for them it's all just, oh, now I own that. It becomes one of those liquidable assets to where it's like, oh, if you want it, I'll just sell Pirates of the Caribbean for 15 million or whatever the price was. Just stupid money.
And
that's crazy.
This goes back to like what we talked about on Monday for Tuesday. It's like money fixes a lot of problems, and they say money can't buy happiness, but I definitely think it can. So like,
can money get me another beer?
Money can get you another beer.
Thanks, dog.
We should have left both packs down here.
I can run down and get it. These are going really fast. These are pretty.
There's
light.
one more in there.
Oh, these are pretty light. This is my 3rd, so
I'll probably take that next one. I'm almost done with this one.
yeah, for sure. I'll run down and get it when you guys need me to.
But like, there's not a single problem I don't have right now that could be solved with at least,
for sure, bro.
At least
like,
$1,000.
That's how they keep you working hard.
Like, if a swan were to come or whatever, like a fucking stork, just drop like a baby off, but it's like it's $10,000. That solves all of my problems, and then some.
Major facts.
Are your problems debt related?
All problems are debt related because you can just pay somebody to solve any problem.
You know what's crazy too is one thing I haven't realized is there was like a documentary, a movie I seen recently, and it was about contracting military workers, like people from like the army,
like
or
mercenaries. And shit?
Yeah, did you see that?
No, but I know what a mercenary is.
Yeah, it's basically like people who work for the government, and then they're just
That's what I always wondered.
We'll give you $100,000 to go kill this person.
That's what I always wondered, because you play like the video games and shit, and you see the movies. It's like
exactly what it is.
Does that actually happen? Like
it's exactly what it is.
Military trained murderers to go murder people.
It's exactly what it is. And then they'll be like, "Yo, so there's this guy. We just kind of want you to kill him." And
don't say anything about it, and then after we're gonna kill you, but also don't say anything about that.
But that's the thing; they can just live their life on the run because that's the business.
It's more like a second or third world type thing, though.
It just seems like you're getting yourself into a hole if you would ever agree to go do something like that.
Yeah,
like after you kill whoever they kill, they're gonna definitely kill you after that.
The second you agree to it, bro, it's a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like any spy for the U.S. or Russia or China, it's like. They had spies in China, in the U.S. embassy, and shit got so bad they sent Chinese military in, shot the spies in the face, and then just left. And because it's diplomatic immunity, like you're on our soil, yeah, we shot you, but like they found out, they leaked the information of who was spies, so China just went in, killed all of American spies in the embassy, and just left. That's just part of the job. And shot in the face. No war.
So the Chinese people killed American spies, and America did nothing about it.
It's their fault for having spies, I guess.
Oh.
Well, it's the thing too. Like, there's a Chinese embassy out here. So what you do when you establish an embassy is you say this little part in America belongs to China.
Yeah.
So anything that happens on this land, it falls under jurisdiction of Chinese.
Is that where the dudes were?
Yeah, they were inside
so they were killed Americans on technically American soil.
On American soil.
And they got away with it. Wow.
Government.
Who would have ever thought? That's some crazy shit.
There's also the other time where it was some Middle Eastern country. They came in, and
there's a fucking movie about it.
You're talking about it's fucking Argo, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Argo's lit.
It's a great movie.
There was another time when people came in from another Middle Eastern country and they started beating. I don't know, but they started beating American citizens, claiming it was defense, and they had diplomatic immunity because they can't arrest them for committing crimes on U.S. soil. So
that must be fucking.
So they basically just beat the shit out of a bunch of American citizens.
So what you're telling me is we need to go to an embassy and start beating the fuck out of people.
Yep,
and nothing will happen.
Bro, that would be so fucking
that's the thing.
lit.
If we do it, if we do it in an American embassy, we're subject to American laws. The reason.
So pretty much, if we
exempt.
did that shit on an American embassy, we would face punishment the American way.
Yeah, unless we're like sent by America to go.
See, get a government job, go to an embassy, fuck some shit up, and be fine. Gotcha.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, man, it's like it's all fucked. It's all a bunch of fucking spies and espionage. It really is that. And then it's all money too.
We should just go to the government and be like, "Hey, bro, we'll go fuck some shit up for you."
That's the thing, though, because
we play Call of Duty.
Here's the thing, though. They'd be like, we have people already. We don't need you. Because even if they don't have anybody, it's like, I can call anyone who's enlisted right now, and I'll say, how's $250,000 sound? To go do what I trained you to do.
And they'd be like, sounds like what you promised me when I enlisted.
Right.
But,
that's like, that's like, what branch of the military do you have to be in, and what dicks do you have to suck
special
to have
ops.
That opportunity?
You have to be a badass, and you have to be special
ops. You gotta
ops.
fucking snipe somebody through a cigarette.
Yeah, bro.
You gotta shoot him right in a cigarette.
You just gotta be the best.
Like, I'm a hard worker. I try to do the best job I possibly can.
But that's at Target.
That was a Pizza Rev too.
But that's a Pizza Rev. These people fucking kill you with a pen.
But I mean, like, if I was in the military, I'd try to, like...
Imagine
and they don't get
the
caught.
Government calls you and is like, Josh, we need you to make the fucking dankest pizza. Like, we need that shit on fucking point, Josh. Like, I swear to God, you can't fuck this up.
I could do it.
It's for the military. Like, you just can't. Like,
that's how you make any money, though.
That, like, you gotta go poison somebody. Like, but we need you to make the dankest looking pizza. But
it needs to be irresistible by looking at it, to where our target will eat it and die. It's gotta be
full of poison.
I could do it.
And it needs to taste fucking good.
I could do it.
Oh my God. Yeah, man, and that's the thing, is like, that's government.
Government and politics are pretty fucked up.
I don't know why anyone would want to be like the president.
Bro, I don't know why anybody would choose that job.
Yeah, like, it's fucking insane. There's so much responsibility, and
in a way, do they choose it if they're
so
elected?
much baggage.
Like, bro, like, there's OnlyFans. Why would you be the president?
Bella Thorne made $1 million in one day.
And the president don't get paid that much.
Nope. And she doesn't even do nudity.
She tricked everybody.
Yep.
Scammed, finagled.
$1 million in a day.
In an hour, I thought. Was it an hour?
Over the course of a whole day, she had $1 million.
That's a lot of money, man.
Scammed, finagled, hoodwinked.
She broke the website when she created her account.
Quite possibly bamboozled.
I didn't subscribe.
Well, it's $20 a month for no nudity. Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Fuck that.
There's porn stars who charge like $40. I'm like, nah.
There's porn stars who do it for free.
Yeah, all of them do it for free.
No, their OnlyFans is free, but then they have paid other content.
Say most porn I see is free.
Yes, but you don't support the creators.
You can see my tits for free, but $5 for the asshole.
Yeah. Boobs shouldn't be sexualized.
Everyone can see pussy and tits.
Everyone has nipples.
Let me see a balloon knot.
Bro, that stuff has got girls tripping these days. They think it's like the key to wealth. Like, everybody wants to start
showing their pussy.
Yeah.
But not everyone can do it
for like $10.
And it's all about marketing.
It's like, bro, like,
that's the thing that's the thing though. It's just like wanting to be a YouTuber or a podcaster. You can't get into anything because.
But you don't. YouTube.
Can you make money?
Yeah.
Can you make money? Sure, but it's like, will you? There's such a small chance. You gotta be really good. You gotta market it. You gotta work hard, and you gotta do it all the time.
Buy ads from meme pages. Have the meme pages put out those ads, and then.
Did you see that girl who, like, it was like this morning? She like made this like video, and she's like all wearing the lingerie and shit, and she's like, help me, I've been kidnapped.
Yes.
And she put fucking fake makeup, bruises and shit all over her body, and she's like, I've been kidnapped, and they're holding me hostage, and she's like, the only way that I could get out of here is if you guys tip me on my OnlyFans. The link is right here.
Yeah. Like, they took all my money.
Yeah.
I need more. They're gonna kill me. They're gonna
she
take
did
me.
that was her I gave her like 10 out of 10 for the
I thought you'd be like, I gave her $10 just so.
Nah, fuck
I was like,
that
bro, what
bitch.
the hell?
No. I don't really like, I'm not gonna sit here and say I haven't paid, but
No, I think
the reason
there's no shame in paying for porn.
I don't see why though, because you like, now that I see, it's like you could get it for free.
Mhm.
It's just like these normal girls who you come around now.
There's a little bit of extra excitement when it's somebody you know. I'm not gonna lie.
Of course.
When it's somebody you know and you're like, oh my god,
I've never seen this person naked.
now I see you naked.
Now
And
I
then
have
you
the
go on there
opportunity.
and they're not fucking naked.
Then you see them in public. It's like, hey, I like your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, could you imagine the kids in the future?
What do you mean?
The kids seeing that their
The
mom was
kids
a
that
porn
their
star.
mom made fucking
Oh.
old. It's not even a porn star though, Josh.
You know,
because
after-
you're not fucking. You're not Lisa
okay.
Ann.
I made the same-
You're not fucking. Riley
He was
Reid.
a sex worker.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
big. You're fucking OnlyFans, bro.
I made the same joke, and it's probably not gonna make a lot of sense right now, but like I feel the same way about people who like take pictures in the bathrooms of like a bar or a club, and like
Just like regular selfies.
yeah, but like imagine showing, because like, have you seen pictures of your parents? How many of them were in bathrooms?
None.
They didn't have that technology back then,
Sure,
man.
but eventually someone's
Why
kid's gonna
is
see
that though? That
see
they
their
are,
see their pictures of their mom and their dad in a bathroom.
Because mirror selfies popped off, and then
Sure,
bathrooms have really big mirrors, really good selfies.
I'm just trying to say, like, it everything's always going to come back around to the kids at some point. You got to think ahead, and maybe some people will hide it. Maybe some people won't be ashamed and be like, if you want to do this, do it. I made $10.
But imagine
But it's
your
gonna be-
kid going to school, and they're like,
Your mom has nice tits.
Yeah, okay, I get that. Yeah, especially in high school, bro.
I seen this meme.
Oh my god, I'd pay for
bro.
pictures of people's mom's nudes in high school.
And you can
But
do that
imagine you
now.
being that fucking kid though.
Better than that than
My
wearing
mom has a
lingerie in a
shit ton of
park.
money. I'd embrace it.
Well, my mom's on OnlyFans, bitch.
Yeah,
You subscribe.
my mom is
dumbass.
famous. Yeah.
The kids are gonna be coming up to you. You're gonna be wondering why kids are wondering if your mom's picking you up from school today. Hey,
Kids-
Alec, is your mom coming to school
Everyone's
today
gonna
to
want
pick
to
you
come
up?
over and hang out.
Hey, can I come over? Like, what the fuck?
You
Like,
want to come over?
Suddenly,
yeah.
you're the
What do you
most
want to
popular
do?
kid in high school.
You want to play some Call of Duty? No, let's just sit really quietly and see if we can hear through the walls of your house.
Just stare at your mom.
Hi, I'm a really big fan. Cause here's the thing. What if you were like married and you had some of your kids' friends over and they're just like, I'm a big fan of your mom, and it's like, that means they jerk off to you.
I feel like we're
If
veering in
they're
that
under the
direction
age
in
of
life.
18, slap them. Like,
Damn, bro.
cancel your subscription.
Bro, you'd be kicked the fuck out of my house. Are you kidding me? I'd be like,
I
hell
couldn't really
no.
blame you if my mom was making an OnlyFans. Like, I can't blame you that you're watching it. Like, it's more her fault. you know?
Yeah, but it's like,
There's a million ways to make money.
Yep.
And you chose to sell pics.
All right, let me say this real quick. If a 20-year-old man jerks off to a 13-year-old girl, bad.
Yes.
If a 20-year-old girl jerks off to a 13-year-old boy, bad.
Yes.
If a 13-year-old boy jerks off to a 30-year-old girl, acceptable? Because that's what I'm proposing here.
Acceptable, yeah. That's how life works right now.
Because they just...
You can't go the other way. It's weird.
I mean, ideally, in a perfect world, you're not supposed to jerk off until you're 18. You're not supposed to be viewing any sort
Bro,
of
that's
pornographic
I
material.
don't even see how that
until
fucking
you're
works
18.
though, because
it's not
by that
supposed
time,
to work, but you're not
already
supposed to look at
you're
porn
already,
until you're 18.
But you hear what I'm saying, right? Like... That's one of
Yeah.
those things.
It's
like, 'cause
stigmatic.
imagine if there was a kid inside your house being like, "I jerk off to your wife."
I gotta tell him, like, all right.
That kid's going down, bro.
Nah.
My dick is bigger than yours, I bet.
Nah, because
and
the
it's not
fucking
even-
kid is, that's what they're supposed to do. They're 14,
supposed to jerk
15.
off.
Yeah, they're going through puberty. What the fuck are they not gonna do? Like, you know what I mean?
To your wife?
I don't know.
If she's making fucking OnlyFans, what am I supposed to say? Hey,
Would it still
not
be,
you.
would it-
Sorry, everybody else, but not you. Like, nah, bro. Like, I'd be more
Thanks
mad
for
at
the
my
money.
wife for making the like. Who? Okay, come on, guys. You guys letting your girls make an OnlyFans? My girl literally wants to make an OnlyFans,
and you
and
said,
she's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna go over there and post nudity. It's just, you know,
it always
the
starts
other
out like
stuff.
that. It always starts
just in lingerie." But I
dog,
told
it
her,
always
I was
starts
like,
with just the tip.
"No," I told her, I was like, "No."
It always starts with
I
just
was
the
like,
tip.
"I'm not gonna be that dude over there that like has a girlfriend."
on OnlyFans.
Okay, say I put my girlfriend's, you know,
It's just- it's
I'll
just
tag
too
her in
easy
a
to
picture,
roast you.
right? I'll tag her in exactly like I say, okay, I tag my girlfriend in a picture on Instagram. We're together going out on a date, nice picture. They go to her profile, boom, because guys do that shit. When you're with a
Always.
beautiful girl and they see you on a picture with a beautiful girl, they're gonna go look who the girl is. Boom, boom. They go look. They see the OnlyFans link in her bio. And they're gonna obviously buy this shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's $5. Well,
Yeah.
who don't got $5? Like, I know somebody personally who like does the whole like OnlyFans scamming meetup type shit, and guys are ridiculously retarded.
Stupid.
Like I've seen this person make $1,000 in a day. Just
Scamming?
sitting there on their phone, yeah, telling guys they're gonna meet up this and that. I've seen someone wire fucking $400 in a matter of 30 minutes. Guys are fucking ridiculous. Ridiculously stupid.
Stupid.
So,
Getting played.
yeah, like,
Isn't that illegal though? I mean,
No,
it's not illegal.
it's just the horny.
You're not doing it. As long as you
Well,
don't do it.
isn't it the idea of like, hey,
Catfishing is not illegal.
Yeah.
what? But like, if you went to McDonald's and you're like, I'll have a Big Mac, and they're like $5, and you pay the $5, aren't they obligated to give you the product that you paid for?
Yeah, but that's between. Yeah, but then if I would have to alert someone, the authorities, that yo, I just paid for this shit and I'm not getting it. Who's gonna call the police? And be like, yo,
Prostitution.
You
I
could
just
say
paid for sex.
You could say I
I'm
paid.
not getting it.
You could say I paid for a date. I remember in high school they auctioned off like dates with teachers that were cute. You could say
That's fucking creepy.
That's prostitution.
That's fucking creepy,
Really?
dude.
That's prostitution. Alec, what you bought
What the
one?
fuck?
I would have.
Who would you take? Ooh,
Ooh, you should get that.
That's chilling.
I can't really think of her name now. She was my history teacher.
Miss Thompson.
in what?
Miss
grade?
Thompson. Yeah, it was Miss Thompson.
Fucking loser.
I would have
In what grade?
freshman year.
Miss Thompson. Westlake
Miss
High
Thompson,
School.
yeah.
Westlake High School.
Wait.
She's married now though.
What'd she look
Administrative
like?
building, second floor.
She's
you walk up on the stairs
hot, I
that
don't
face
know.
the bridge.
She's like tall
Walk
and
in.
skinny.
It's the
and-
first classroom on the right.
I don't know.
All right, you remember like, okay, it was like sophomore year. You remember like, all right, there was. You remember Mr. Remember Shannon? His name was like Shannon or something. He had a girl. He's a teacher.
Do you have the
He's the one
goatee?
that got caught smoking weed.
Yeah, he was the dude. It's May.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He was like he was like the math teacher, no?
He was a science teacher.
Yeah, I remember him.
He had like a girl first name. It was like Shannon or something.
Really.
But his last name was like, you know, he had a regular last name.
I don't remember.
Wasn't he like the fucking
He had, like, a
earth science,
goatee.
Exactly.
geology?
Yes, he was that guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mr. Scaff. Not Scaff.
No, SCAF is math.
I know who you're talking about though because
He was like the earth
Courtney.
science geography.
Courtney?
His name was
Yeah.
Courtney.
I
I'm
remember.
pretty sure his name was Courtney something with the S.
I just remember you were you told me one day you were like chewing gum in class and you're like got caught and he's like, bro, it's May. And you're like, okay, it's Tuesday.
Yeah,
Being
bro.
like, that doesn't mean shit. What are you talking about? And he's like, we're halfway through the school year. You haven't learned to not chew gum in class? And you're like, what?
Bro, like thinking about it back now, like thinking about it, they used to have some stupid ass rules in high school.
They still do,
like,
bro.
what do you mean I can't chew gum in here?
There's a
I'm
fucking...
not a fucking child.
It's totalitarian, bro. There was a person eating chips on their Zoom class. It was a meme. And the teacher goes, Carl, no eating in my class. And he goes, okay. Like, he's on a Zoom call in his house.
Chips. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, bro. It's like, what are you going to do? And they had, like, a Saturday school for, like, fucking
Detention.
Zoom. Yeah, like, no, dude. That's not going to work.
You're not going to stop me from logging off. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, dude. And it's like one of those things, like, imagine getting that phone call being like, your son won't stay online. Like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, that's not his problem.
Yeah, I don't.
Like, we got bad internet issues. They're actually having a discussion on the radio of, like, if you should make your kid, like, fully get ready for class even though it's on Zoom. Like, should you make him, like, dress up and, like, do his hair and stuff, you know?
Nah, man. Look, these are weird times, right? These are weird, hard times. I don't think you should be forcing anything on anyone right now.
True.
Especially when it's out of our control. If it was up to people, they'd still be going to work. If it was up to people, they'd still be living their lives normally. This is all consequential of China or wherever this virus came from.
Started in China, but it's also our fault it's going on this long.
Sure, absolutely, but this isn't the people's fault, is what I'm trying to say. It can't be. It shouldn't be.
Well, whose fault do you think it is mainly?
From what I understand, it sounds like China.
I feel like, I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
But just going into that, like, whose fault it is. Like, back to what you were, well, I think what Josh was saying is, like, it's kind of the people's fault that it's going on this long.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, like, my thoughts on that, or is that, like, it's exactly what he's saying, like, you know, like, I felt like it could have been handled a little bit differently, you know?
It could absolutely be handled differently, but it all started somewhere.
Yeah.
Sure, but we also have
And if
people,
it didn't start somewhere, then it wouldn't have been an issue that escalated to this point.
well, duh. But we
So
also
what
have all
you're
the people
saying-
who are like, I don't want to wear a mask. Fuck you. It's infringing on my rights.
Yeah.
I understand kind of both sides of the mask argument, though, because it's like, yeah, you can wear a mask, we'll do all that. But have you seen, like, what, like, the mask, like, it doesn't really hold airborne. It doesn't really hold like, it's not really protecting anyone as it should be. It's just a...
Yeah,
it's
the
a,
microfibers, it'll still get through the holes.
Exactly.
But
So it's like, it's neither here nor there. Like, I'll wear one, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not tripping, but, like, come on. You know what I mean?
you can breathe.
And,
Stop
yeah,
lying.
and it's not really about us either, even if we do get it. Like, people in our age demographic, like, if we get it, we're gonna be all right, mostly, you know?
Here's what I chalk it up to is, like, in school, you guys all learn, like, you have freedom of speech, but you shouldn't scream fire in a crowded movie theater.
Freedom of speech doesn't apply to things that put people in danger.
Some heavy shit.
So it's kind of the same thing of you have to surrender that right. If wearing a mask is going to protect other lives, then at some point you have to say, I surrender this right to not wear a mask because
True.
it's protecting 10 people.
I'm just
to my
gonna wear
one
it
life.
just to shut everybody up.
It is what it is.
You know, we're wearing these masks, but also, like, you know, like, the most of the people that'll tell you, like, oh, you should be wearing your mask, right after they tell you that, once they get out of their little job or get out of work, they're gonna go fucking congregate and not socially distance.
I mean, what are we doing right now? We're all
but
hanging.
nobody's socially distancing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell somebody to not go near people. Like, we're human
We're
beings.
social creatures,
We're
bro.
gonna do that either way. Like, it's
Yeah.
nothing. This is nothing like we've ever faced before. You got to tell someone to stay away from everybody.
And that's
we
what I'm
can't come
saying
near,
too. It's so
we
weird.
can't come near our grandparents. Like, I haven't seen my grandma in
imagine,
forever,
so
bro.
imagine on top of that, people being like, "Yo, you got to get ready for school." It's like, I wear my pajamas. Every day is pajama day. They used to have pajama day. What's wrong with me wearing pajamas to school? And
True.
everyone's like, "Well, fucking."
I wouldn't.
The government
if I was
says
a
so.
teacher, I wouldn't care because
I've got to take a fat piss, and I'm gonna get those beers. I'll be right back.
Sure.
All right. Sorry.
Hurry up.
I'm going.
Run. Don't take too long.
Deandre, take the wheel, man.
you know me. I'll take another beer, Josh. If there's.
What do you think of this so far? How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's fun. I wish I had something set up like this.
Yeah.
It's good to like conversate about what issues are going on and just catch up what everybody's doing.
Yeah.
Especially right now, because like we can't do that like at all. Like we couldn't even, like, even if we wanted to, like, go out and really have a beer in most places. Or so us getting to do this here, it's relieving, you know. Middle of the week, kind of, it excites my week, you know, because everything's just been just work and work, go home, like, can't do anything. And I don't even know, like, we don't even know, like, how long it's going to be like this, you know? That's the sucky part.
Yeah. There is no end in sight, it seems.
Mm-hmm. Because, like, well, I remember when this whole started, like, I thought we'd be good by summer. And then that's when stuff got worse. And actually, seeing how they're, like, sending everybody back to school and stuff is kind of, like, making me think that, like, it's just going to get worse. Because, like, didn't you just tell us all to stay inside and shelter in place, and now you're gonna have these adolescent kids
who don't know
how to, like, not touch people, and don't know, like, you're gonna let them go, but let alone you're not gonna let some adults go play college football or basketball or do that. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. It's like 100% backwards.
Mm-hmm. There's definitely things that could have been done a lot better, but I mean, how it would have done better, like, I'm not to say. But I mean, I can still have that opinion of, oh, it could have been done differently.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know what should have been done? Probably not. Am I in a position to say, no, I'm not? It's because
I just think it could have been started, the shutdown, a little earlier than, you know? If they would have just shut everything down a little earlier, maybe, you know?
Should have brought the whole fucking box, my dude.
I threw the box away.
You fucking idiot.
Yeah. So I'm going to suggest you start with these. And then end with the ones in my pocket, because they're all shaken up.
You are so dumb. Never let Alec do anything by himself.
Ever. I need to be supervised.
At all times. You just filled all of your pockets.
Cargo pants, baby.
You're also totally washing out the camera, thanks.
The people will forgive me.
The people will not forgive.
I think the quality of this podcast speaks for itself. I'm allowed to wash out the camera.
Speaking of which, I do need to use the restroom. So continue that thought, Deandre, with Alec.
Did this guy, Anthony, came over here, right?
Yeah.
And biggest shock of 2020. This guy is a whole Republican.
Yeah, he's a Trump supporter.
He's a Trump supporter.
Well,
I didn't want to say it because I feel like saying
it's kind of got a negative.
Is like, like, I feel thing. I don't want to, because I'm not dissing nobody who choose your president. It's just kind of like, I look at it like picking a football team.
Yeah.
Who do you think's gonna win the Super Bowl? You know, you think that guy's gonna lead the country better? All right, that's on you. But just the way that people who support Trump support this guy is like, it's negative.
Well, immediately you get like lumped in with a bunch of other people, right? So
nobody supported Obama like that. Like, nobody was fucking aggressively supporting Obama. Like, like every time, like, somebody supports Trump, I feel like they got something bad to say about the other guy, and it's like, why though?
Well, let me say this, man. This is why it's so important to sit down and talk, right? Because when we had Anthony on, he was talking about being a Trump supporter. And I was like, well, how do you feel about, like, LGBTQ and trans rights and this and that? And he really falls in line with a lot of democratic values. But for him, the big thing seemed to be, like, immigration, right? Because for him, a big thing was
Mexican.
I know, but for him, but he's also living in LA and used to live in Oxnard, where a lot of the people coming in were gang members, you know, who were illegal. So his stance was he wanted to feel safe and protected from the gang. Because, you know, bro, fucking when we were out there at his place, he found the AK-47 in a dead body outside of his fucking gate one day.
Yeah, I remember when that happened.
Yeah, bro.
We live like a small distance from each other, so when it happened, I actually heard it in the morning.
Yeah.
What happened, but...
So that was outside of his fucking... Imagine pulling your car out the garage and, like, that's just there. A dead body with the AK-47 that did it. For him, that really... did something to him to where he's like, you know what, like, I don't feel safe, and if it's gang members who are illegal or whatever, that's all of a sudden his new enemy. So if he feels like Trump is going to do that, You know, that's who he's gonna elect to get it done. Because, and this is just me speculating. But Anthony, if I misinterpret any of this, feel free to correct me. But what I kind of took away from that is that it's like the Democratic Party is saying let's let everyone in, and the Republican Party is saying let's not. And he feels like letting everyone in is a bad idea because he's experienced firsthand the murders and the crimes and, you know, the atrocities that happen on that side. Whereas Democrats will say, let's let everyone give him a chance. It's great, it's ideological, but he's experienced the other end of it. To where I could sit down with him and be like, how do you feel about trans rights? How do you feel about gay rights? How do you feel about this and that? And it all is in line with democratic views. But the one thing that's affected his life shook him to the core. You know? I mean, you know, as well as anyone, bro. His mom died. He had to move out with his dad to Oxnard. And the first thing he does when he gets back to the hood, fucking dead person with an automatic weapon. Basically in his driveway. I mean, that's gonna fuck you. That was still, we were still in high school.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
that's all I'm saying is like it's important to talk about it. It's weird because you have to take a side, and it seems like for me anyway, he's taking the side for one topic, for one issue, and because that's the most important issue to him. I asked my friends, I asked my family, I'm like, what are you most afraid of? A lot of people say terrorist attacks. Like, and I'm like, well,
Okay.
I'm like, vote for whoever you think is going to have the best foreign policy and protect from terrorist attacks. Because whatever the biggest issue is for you, that's kind of what you should vote for, right? But it gets polarized when one side says, let's do this and let everyone in, and the other side says, let's do this and keep everyone out. And that's really what it is. It's really those two sides saying, let's do this, and everyone says, let's not do that at all. And
I think that...
Go ahead, sorry.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you
No,
off.
no, you're good. Can I get another beer? I'm going to chug this one.
I think that, by him looking at it that way, though, like, if you just look at it by what's your biggest issue, like, obviously, you know, you're going to go towards somebody who's, I guess, Trump's keeping people out. But my thing is, like, all right, like, if you think about that, like, put it in your terms, like, how he looks at it. That's his biggest issue is, you know, people coming over here and, you know, doing murders that, you know, are on innocent, like, because he's right. Like, I feel you on that. And, like, that even brings to the point that could have, bullets could have hit an innocent person or whoever, you know what I mean? Man. But the thing is that, though, like, back to your saying, like, keeping everyone in and letting everyone out, like, it's not.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's how it could be interpreted.
Yeah, I feel.
I want to be clear. I'm trying to be as impartial as I can.
It's really not our thing to say who gets to come in here and come in and out of there. Because that's the thing about America, is that, like, they'll love to tell you who can come in here and come out of here, but it's like, bro, like, we weren't even the first people over here. Like, you can't just, like, that's like me, like, coming up in your house and you letting me live here, right? And you're helping me out, whatever, I'm living here, we're coexisting. But then another person wants to move in, and they take and you're like, and you're like, yeah, and they're like, oh no, he got like, whoa, like, you know, it's not really their land to say who can come up in here, like, you know, like, yeah, it's, you know, you guys did what you did. Took it. Exactly, that's what I mean, like, you took it, and you, like, you can't, like, now you guys want to say, like, who can and who can't come up in here. And it's like, what's going on in Mexico, like, a lot of what's going on in Mexico, like, if he thinks that's fucked up, what went on outside of his house, like, you should go see what the fuck's going on over there. Like, and then see if you really don't want to let people in over here. Because it's not fair, like, to them, like, that's pretty much like saying, like, all right, this murder happened where I live. Fuck that. Go have that happen over here. I don't want to see that. It's just going to go happen somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like just because, like, you don't want it to happen in front of you, like, that doesn't make sense. You're turning a blind eye to something that it's gonna happen everywhere. Like, okay, yeah, like, it happened, but, you know, there's people who are not Mexican gangbangers who will kill you the same type of way. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get to pick and choose who
kills you.
Yeah, and you don't get to pick and I don't think you should get to pick and choose who gets to come over here and live a happy life if where they are, they're not living a happy life right now, or they're not getting the best opportunities. This is supposed to be America, right? The greatest country ever. Why the land of opportunity. Exactly. So why can't everybody get an opportunity to come over here and live their life. If they fuck it up, okay, well then yeah, you should, you know, hey, you fucked up your chance, you gotta go. But
I think that's, can I cut you off real quick? I think that's a great question, but do you think there is any real reason why there has to be like a limit on the amount of people we let in? Because I think it's a great question, but that's a question I think we've all been asking and haven't had had answered.
I don't think there should be a limit, because like I understand like everybody like, you know, feels for the people who are already over here, aren't taken care of enough, so why bring some people in here that, you know, who haven't been over here, and there's still people over here who haven't been taken care of as far as housing and you know, stuff like that. Yeah, that's all,
another thing too.
That's
Anthony
all
brought
messed up.
Sustainability.
Anthony brought up he was brought up in Section 8 of Thousand Oaks, bro.
So I mean, was I.
Yeah, I mean,
we lived in the same apartment buildings.
Yeah, so it's like, it's one of those weird things of like, it's so crazy, but you got to consider all those circumstances.
Yeah, but that's how I look at it. Like, I can't really say keep somebody out, because you never know how you could change their life by letting them in over here. Because it's like even if you bring that up and you look at it, like, I mean, the whole Section 8
correct me if
thing,
I'm wrong, but you essentially, you and Anthony were kind of let in through Section 8,
exactly,
right?
So it's like,
that's kind of like immigration.
Yeah, exactly. So I can't look at it like, oh, you guys can't come over here.
You got to look at it as like, that was that was the chance.
Like, if that would have never happened, Alec, me and you would have never met.
I know this wouldn't be happening right now.
We wouldn't be having this conversation
I'm fucking blessed to have you in my life.
And I wouldn't have seen, and like, just by seeing that, like, a lot of like people like me and Anthony, if me and Anthony would have never got that chance, we would have probably went down completely different paths, and we wouldn't have been like where we are now. Like, it's a lot we have to look at and like look back and be like, man, we're blessed. You
got to look at the growth and not
because you can't just forget that. Hold up, homie. Like, you want to tell people they can't come in here, but you weren't supposed to be where you were. Like, people could have told us, like, they could have looked at us like we weren't supposed to be in Thousand Oaks, you know what I mean? That wasn't,
people did.
Exactly. Like, that wasn't our
I remember, bro.
That wasn't our space, you know. We didn't have enough money to keep up with these people at all, you know what I mean? But that's just the thing, like, you got to give people a chance, and it could change their life. Because like that, for me, giving that chance, for me, for Anthony, for Rydell, like, coming from,
was Rydell Section 8 too?
Yeah, coming from LA.
His family got a house eventually, right? I remember.
Yeah,
that. His family fucking made it.
Exactly, because once that happened for us, it kind of like showed us there's a different side of life. Because where we grew up in the hood,
you were out of Compton.
No, I was out of Oxnard.
Oxnard? Rydell was Compton.
Yeah, Rydell was out of LA.
Rydell and Rashawn.
Yeah, they were all out of LA, and you know, and I feel like if we would have just stayed there, like Rydell would have stayed in LA and I would have stayed in Oxnard, we would have never seen like the different side of life. Like, there's grass is greener on the other side type shit, you know what I mean? Like, it's not all terrible every time you wake up. It's not just the hood. There's other stuff than just the hood, like, you know. There was like we kind of got a 1 in a million shot at that, like, being on Section 8. Like, so many people are on that list to get on Section 8, and then to like also move to Thousand Oaks and see all the stuff we've seen and been a part of the programs we were, and like as far as like even the church programs and going to different states.
Fucking Young Life, remember that shit?
Exactly, yeah, like all that stuff. We come from, like Oxnard, you don't have that type of stuff there.
Man.
Like, LA, I'm sure, like, they don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? They don't have all these after school.
You just gotta find what works for you in LA.
So it's like a lot of the like the wealth needs to be redistributed, and it needs to be other people let in. Everybody needs to get a shot, because it's not fair. Like, you know, I feel like that's where like Trump's stance is. It's kind of like keep the rich rich.
He wants to stay rich because he's on power.
Keep the low grade people over there, and just keep everybody, you know. But nobody's gonna come up that way, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't give the little guys a shot, you know. It's kind of fucked up. So that's why I don't really align with those views. But you know, I don't know, I don't really support the guy on a lot of things, especially like when it comes to immigration, because a lot of my friends, like our friends, are Mexican, you know.
Yeah, man, I always say this. I mean, I have like 2 white friends, everyone else is black or Mexican. And Josh is even half Mexican, so I'm not even sure he counts. But like, I say this to the
That's
day I
what
die,
was
man.
so cool about our group was because we had you.
It was diverse.
It was funny because like
You were the one white kid.
weren't you, like,
I was the
only
one white
dude
kid.
in the
I was
group?
the only white
And we were
kid,
in
bro.
Thousand Oaks, and it was like you were the only white kid in the group.
Well, here's the thing, and I talked about this with like Anthony and like everyone, and like it was just like you guys are the only ones who ever show me any love or respect. You know?
Because you were like broke too.
Yeah.
We were all broke.
Yeah,
we couldn't
man.
keep up with those kids, bro.
And that's the crazy thing, right? Because like I remember the first time I decided I was like I'm gonna go hang out with you guys, because I was getting like bullied at my lunch table, and I'm like, man, fuck this. And I went over and I sat down with Mike and I was like, hey man, can I just kick it with you? Because like.
And then he got bullied by us, but it was just, it was cooler bullying. You know?
Do you see?
It was a
Yeah.
mutual
Do you see
thing.
what I'm coming from, bro? This
Yeah.
is literally like
Yeah.
you're like literally seeing my uncle and brothers right now. Like this is
Yeah.
for real. Like
we were gonna bully each other.
but
like,
it
at
was
least-
funny.
It was
Yeah.
a mutual
Like we
understanding.
laughed about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
it
we're
was.
all gonna
It was just
bully each other.
different. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Like, and I came over to Mike and I was like, man, can I just eat some lunch with you? And like, I'm sick of these people. And then he's like, yeah, man. And then he gave me like his pizza or something, and I gave him my sandwich, and he's like, this sandwich is good. I'm like, bro, you just give me pizza. What are you talking about? You hooked me up. And he's like, nah, man, like I wish I had my mom making sandwiches. I'm like, bro, I made that sandwich. Like, I don't have a mom. Like, and we started like like immediately, bro, we just start connecting, you know? It's just like,
bro, I made that sandwich.
yeah, but like it was like that, you know. And then we got Rydell and you, and then Jesus, and you know, the whole crew was there. But like it was just, you're the only people who saw me struggling and was just like, hey man,
We'll struggle with you.
yeah. It was just,
It's
it
all
was
good.
different, bro. It was good. And like I needed that, and you were the only ones who ever showed me any real love or respect. So like, I mean,
Yeah,
real quick,
it's
here's
always-
to you, man, and just here's to the whole family. Josh is my family now too, so you know.
Wait, did Josh go to Westlake too?
I did.
He did.
Yep. I was a year behind.
Oh,
Graduated in 14.
I see.
I met him in
see.
foods class. I was a TA.
TA turned student, turned TA.
Yeah, it
back
was-
student.
it was-
You
really
remember we
shitty.
had art together freshman year?
Yeah, bro. Remember that girl with the big fat ass?
I don't remember. Wait,
Oh man, there was a girl with a big ass, and we sat at the same table, and I don't remember her name, but we were hanging out one day, and you were like, hey man, and I was like, okay, and I went like that for a handshake, and you smacked my hand into her ass. And you're
did
like,
that?
yeah, bro.
I don't remember
You
doing
did that all the time. That was your
I don't
move.
remember being that ballsy in high school.
You were crazy in high school, bro.
Yeah.
And
I
fucking, you
was.
smacked my hand into her ass, and you're like, bro, why'd you do that? And I was like, that was you. And then we ended up just talking the whole. I mean, I never made any move because I was fucking weird still, but
I was fucking weird still.
Still are.
I still am. But you know, still, it was at that point where it's like, you made shit happen in my life, man. And
I think I'll say yeah, probably a lot, but I think the person making most shit happen was Mikey.
for sure. I mean, Mikey
Making
still
shit.
makes shit happen in my life.
Yeah. He's always making shit happen.
Yeah.
He always had he just had the juice.
The sauce, bro. No, he's got the sauce, bro. No doubt. But
Rydell too, kinda. He always
well,
talked
Rydell
shit
had
to
the
people.
fucking charm, dude. Like, one thing I slept on until he got his first girlfriend. I never saw Rydell's sweet side until he had a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about Faith? When you got with Faith? Bro was a dick to Faith, bro.
Was he?
Bro was
Charm.
a fucking dick, bro.
I don't know. He seemed like a suave kind of guy.
Such a nice
I think the
dude.
next girl after that, I don't remember who she was, but I think
Didn't he go up stage for a bit?
Yeah,
So-
he was good to her.
Yeah, I remember Sage glowed up too, bro. For real.
Yeah, Sage's birthday was actually Monday.
Happy birthday, Sage.
Happy birthday,
I
Loaf.
don't know who you are.
Happy birthday, the Loaf.
No, she came up with Janet. But
Bro, I met her through Janet.
did you? I think we all did. She was like the low key, quiet one who was cute, and then
Bro,
she just
Janet. Bro, I met Janet, and then Janet introduced me to Sage. And yeah, Sage introduced me to Lauren. And then, yeah, high school is like, man, meet so many people, and then like.
Well, it's because you're all fucking condensed in the same area.
That's true. And Westlake was such a big ass school, bro.
It was.
Like Westlake was like, I didn't notice it because I didn't go to any other high school, but like when you go back to Oxnard and you look at kids' high school, it's like, why is it flat?
I feel the same way.
Where's the third story?
I feel the same way, dude. Honestly.
Yeah.
Why is it flat?
Even looking at T.O. or Newberry.
I can't even go, like there's schools in LA I drove past and I was like, yo, for real, like,
bro,
this is just a fucking block.
I live by Wainimi High School. Wainimi High School has a daycare.
I bet it does.
Like just in case you're like 16 and a mom.
No, I'll bet, bro.
You can't make it to class because
it's that or like you working 3 jobs.
Yeah, you gotta hit El Pollo Loco after this.
Yeah, shit, for
after,
real.
After 6th period, I gotta.
You know what's crazy too? I remember
4-hour shift at El Pollo Loco.
You know what's crazy too? I remember working at McDonald's when I was 16, and people would bring their sons and daughters to work with them, and they were like 30.
Are you serious?
They bring like.
Where do they put the kids?
Put them in the
fryer.
There's
In the play place.
There's an employee waiting room, or that whatever, you know. But like, they'd bring their
fucking play. I don't care.
They'd hit like they
like, hi Jaden, just on my 10.
These are their first job. They hit their second job. They bring their kid because they got to pick them up from school. It's like that, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I give it to them, but at least they're like 25 now, so their kid's like what, like 10?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
15.
Well, I have a kid now, so it's like I'm dealing.
When
did
you have your kid? I don't know nothing about your kid, man.
I had a kid like when I started, around the time I started barber school, so probably a little bit either before or after I cut your hair.
Really?
Yeah, she's 2, gonna be 3. She was born on Halloween.
What's her name? Really?
Nice.
Yeah, her name's London. She's
London?
Yeah, she's a handful right now because she's 2. So
The terrible
like
twos.
She's gonna be 3, so they like to. Oh damn.
You're not getting hit by your baby mama, are you?
Yep. 20 notifications.
Are you married or
Yikes.
you just together? Or?
I'm safe. I'm on a podcast. It's
Yeah,
all being recorded. He's here.
Yo, what's the time?
Yeah.
Say the time.
I don't know. I thought it like how I've only been here for like an hour, right?
It's 4:57. We've only been going for an hour and 40.
Oh, I've been here for an hour and 40.
You good though?
Oh.
No rush.
Yeah, she's 2, and she's off the wall from time to time, but I would say like the hardest thing is like probably putting her to sleep.
Yeah.
Definitely. I always thought that was like a joke when it came to kids and stuff.
But it's a real thing.
Yeah,
They just have a lot of
on the
energy.
right,
Oh man.
right there. Yeah, she's a
Precious.
problem child.
But still your pride and joy. I love her.
Yep,
Best thing that's ever happened to you.
you already know.
Damn, man. That's
But
awesome.
yeah, I've just. What else has happened since the last time we talked? Had a kid. I got engaged
Oh,
like
nice.
recently.
okay. So you got a fiance now too?
Yep.
All right.
And
Alec,
then
you're falling behind.
Yeah, Alec, what's up, bro?
Yeah,
Like,
y'all don't need me.
What's
I still
up?
can't even talk to people in public. You don't need me getting married.
You're the last one.
That's fine. Y'all deserve it. You guys are the fucking. You guys were always the funny ones and the ones that made shit happen. I was just along for the ride, so
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
I'm not in a competition with these people.
Well, you lost.
That's fine.
You're last.
Nah.
Hurry up.
Yeah, you need to.
I need to
gotta
get
catch
some.
up. You gotta get. Anthony's engaged.
I
Testes
I
are
had a
gonna dry
kid.
up.
Rydell moved to Sacramento.
And here you are, still in your hometown.
You're up, bro. What's
All right.
Can't even cook eggs.
damn like that?
I can cook the shit out of some motherfucking eggs,
Speaking
bro.
of eggs, I have a viewer question.
Do you
Someone
burn
specifically
cereal?
wanted me to ask this question to you, Deandre.
Let's go.
It's a two-parter. One,
Two
do you know how to
parts.
cook eggs?
I
Is this Raul?
do know how to
It's
cook eggs.
it's an anonymous viewer question.
I know how to cook eggs.
And how do you prefer to cook your eggs? How do you like to make your eggs?
Sunny side up,
Okay. I can respect that.
or like just the whites, the egg whites.
Damn.
Healthy, nice.
What's it called when you do the thing between the shells, Josh, and get the yolk out?
That's just called
Egg
separating
whites.
the egg yolk from the egg white.
Isn't there a name for
There's
it?
no term for that.
Egg
You
whites,
can make a term
baby.
for that.
Pretty sure there's a term.
Juggling the yolk.
That's not a term. That's a sentence.
I don't know. But there you go, anonymous viewer. There is your question and answer. It has been answered.
Is there really an anonymous viewer that asked that question?
It's not. It's anonymous to you both, but I know who this person
So
is.
that
and
person literally was looking at me and was like, "Hey, I wonder if this motherfucker
I wonder if that black
knows
guy
how-"
could cook
Hey,
eggs.
do you think let me ask this question real quick. Hey, bro.
They specifically reached out to me and they were like, "Hey, I need to know, like, the next 2 people you guys have on this show. Can you ask them? Do they know how to cook eggs, and how do they like to cook eggs?"
So you're gonna ask the same question next Wednesday?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Jacob on next Wednesday.
All right.
That's funny because that's one of my like. I don't know. I don't really like eggs like that though. Like
How you like them eggs?
I don't really like eggs
Not
like
too
like
often?
that. Like not.
Oh,
too,
you don't like them like that?
Yeah, like I'm not one to like. Oh yeah, I need some eggs with it. I don't know. Eggs are just like.
I could wake up and eat them every fucking
Eggs
morning.
seems-
I could
kinda-
eat eggs every day.
Yeah, I don't
Honestly,
know.
love
They're
eggs.
kind of like a fucking. It's like when you don't have food type of thing to eat.
They are super cheap, I guess.
They make a very
Yeah.
good side.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like I don't have food.
You gotta put them in. You ever have like the cup of noodles or some top ramen?
I heard about that. I heard
Crack an egg in your ramen, bro. That shit will change you.
Yeah, I heard that like Kylie Jenner's like doing that shit, and it's like TikTok famous now.
Well, I mean, I did
Kylie
it
Jenner
first.
ramen egg.
Just soft.
I did it
soft
first
boil it.
as a real poor person, but
You gotta soft boil it with there.
yeah, soft boil or something. But like, it's got to be something special. A little bit.
Marinate it in some soy sauce.
Yeah.
Eggs and soy sauce, huh?
Well, if you're putting it in ramen, then it's like it fits
Oh,
the
I
theme.
see. Yeah, that's like what the Kylie Jenner thing
Fits the
does.
theme.
Fits the theme.
Fits the Chinese theme.
Well, ramen is Japanese. You racist.
Fits the Japanese theme. Fits the Asian theme. Speaking of racist, Deandre,
Number one racist right here.
how do you feel about white people right now?
Me? Right
There's
now?
a lot of civil unrest right now going on.
I feel like my problem. I don't have a problem with white people at all,
I know,
as you can see.
that was more of a joke. It was trying to be a useful
Well,
transition.
you guys
We
can't
are-
get me.
we're
in
a
this
reverse
shit because
Oreo.
You guys are gonna get me canceled. You guys can't get me fucking.
We're getting canceled,
We're-
bro. Not
I
you.
You'll
have,
get
a,
canceled
I have
before
a
you.
following. You can't get me canceled.
We're putting our necks out there for you.
Yeah. Nah, but like,
If there's anything you
with
want to
all
say,
jokes aside, with
Mhm.
everything that's going on right
Yeah.
now, I definitely feel like for all, for everybody, like with what's going on right now, because you got to look at it from both sides. You can't just be one-sided and just, but there's a lot of stuff with the police and this and that, and with what's going on, but just the main thing is just people need to just listen to people and not just go off of their experiences in life, but just listen to what other people have experienced in life, and vice versa. You know what I mean? We're not gonna get anywhere just agreeing to disagree. We're just gonna keep agreeing to disagree, and these problems are still gonna arise, and we're still gonna keep asking people what are their views on it. But I don't know. I feel like some people need to get together, and a lot of stuff needs to change, but that's going to be hard because they don't even know what needs to be changed yet. You know what I mean?
on the other side,
Exactly. So, I mean, a lot of people look at it like it's white people, this, and that, and it'd be a lot of black people that have the same views of what you think. Like, I've ran across a lot of black Trump supporters.
that's what I was
on the
saying
internet.
about when Anthony was like saying he's a Trump supporter. I was like,
Mhm.
that's cool, but like his main thing was like
It's
that
everywhere.
one thing.
Mm-hmm.
The main reason he was voting for was one thing, and I was like, yo, there's so much more behind saying you're a Trump supporter, Because you
and
say
just like knowing Anthony, like out of all the issues he could have chose to like bring to the
Right.
table, it's like I
Well,
definitely didn't think that would be one.
Him and his brother kind of have the same stance on that, I think.
Because I knew his brother was, and his brother like is
his
always
brother
like
was super,
talking shit about the whole BLM movement and
super.
yeah. But that's just
super
what I
vocal.
don't understand is like they never talk about the good stuff that Trump's doing, or like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
They talk about the bad shit that Joe Biden or whatever's doing, or just everybody else.
Mhm.
But they never could just simply say like, get on the internet and just be like, well, look,
They shout out my
Trump did
failures and
this
whisper
today.
my accomplishments.
Exactly, bro. Exactly, like
You know it.
some fucked up shit. But you know, peace to everybody. You know, I hope everybody
Yeah.
stay safe and don't do no stupid shit with the police, because you still can get shot.
Do you think that if people were to listen more, whether it do be police or someone else, that everything essentially could be avoided?
Yeah, for sure. Cause like I'm not. Hope nobody gets on me as calling me a coon for certain shit or whatever. But there's just some type of shit that you just don't do and not expect to not get fucking shot by a cop. Like, you know, like they're fucking. You know, they can exercise their power, however, but I don't know. It's just a fucked up subject, because you have the people who like don't listen to the police, and they end up, you know, injured or dead, or even worse, you know what I mean, like with what's going on right now. But then you have people that do listen to the police and they still end up dead. So it's like, you know,
Did you see the video of the black guy who was a special ed teacher, and apparently one of his students got out and he retrieved a toy, and the cops saw it and thought it was a gun. This was years ago, and he got shot because, well, he was laying down and he said, put your hands up, and then he said, don't move, and then the cop shot him twice, and the guy goes, you shot me, and he goes, why? And he goes, and the cop goes, I don't know.
That's
I
fucked up.
definitely didn't see that video.
It was I saw it on a Philip DeFranco show.
Was he in the car?
No, he was laying in like a basketball court, like he was really like hands up the whole time, and he's like, don't turn, don't look at me, and then there was like a pause, and he goes, pa pa, and he goes, you shot me, why? And he goes, I don't know.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's kind of like how Philando Castile died, or like the dude who was like, he got pulled over, and the cop asked him if he had any weapons in the car, and he said yeah, and he was like, all right, don't reach for it, and he's like, I'm not, and the cop goes, don't reach for it, and he's like, I'm not, and then he just shoots him, and he's like, you shot me, and he's like, I told you not to reach for it, and he's like, I wasn't. Like, I just told you I'm not. Like, yeah, and like I like seen the video and everything. It's like fucked up. Like, I don't know.
So I want to get your.
There needs to be like a better something to intervene. You know what I mean? Like,
Do you think? All right. So do you think there's a big popularity of abolish the police, or retrain the police, or
It's defunding.
defunding
Yeah.
the police?
yeah, because I kind of agree with that, because I feel like a lot of, like, I don't know what their issue is, the police. Like, they obviously do their job however they do it, but I just want to say that a lot of, like, they should probably defund the police, and if they do, they should give some of that money to the doctors and nurses and people in the healthcare who are actually, you know, really helping people. Because, you know what I mean, like, a lot, like, thinking about it, like, a lot of the shit the police deal with, like, they deal with this shit and then they end up like killing somebody, right, or whatever. And it's like, I've worked in a mental hospital or a psychiatric unit, and a lot of the type of people that the police deal with, we deal with them too, like the same type of people. And it's like, we do our jobs. Well, when I was working there, we did our jobs without having to kill anybody. So it's like, bro,
You probably didn't kill anyone.
Shit, that's a really good point.
bro,
You
like,
probably didn't kill
I
anyone.
didn't have to kill one person.
I didn't have
bro.
to kill one
I didn't even
person.
have to. I didn't break a bone. I didn't have to tase anyone. Like, none of that. We just did our job. It's like with these guys,
Well, that's the thing that
I
they're
guess
saying
it's different
is,
from them because they're out in the public and they don't know this is. But still, it's like, come on, bro. Like,
The thing I hear the most is that you need to retrain the police to learn to de-escalate and not escalate, because they're only escalating.
they need to hire more police that come from where those people that the city
From
or the
the
community
impoverished
that they're policing need to be those police. And I feel like a lot of people, a lot of black people look at being a police like, nah, you shouldn't do that. Like, you know, it's kind of like red and blue. They're like, black people and police are like on the whole.
Oh, like Bloods and Crips, like
exactly,
it's
like
us
they're
versus
kind
them.
of enemies. And then if you join the police, you're kind of looked at like, from the black people, you're looked at like,
You know,
oh,
you're a traitor.
a coon, or exactly.
The
But it's
one
like,
thing I've heard about,
we need more black people to become the police that come from these neighborhoods, because once they become the police, I feel like a lot of the
They can
police
help.
now, exactly, and I feel like a lot of the police now, with certain type of situations that go on inside the hood or whatever, these police, they get scared or whatever, they don't know what to do and they panic, and then that's when they end up, you know, pulling out their guns. But I feel like if you hire somebody who comes from the hood and they're gonna know what type of situation is going on, like, okay, this is this, and I shouldn't have to react like this is all I have to do. Because like for instance, how the dude that just got shot, Jacob Blake, in the back, he was supposedly breaking up a fight between two people, and the cops got involved and they told him, you know, stop, like, and he was just trying to leave, I guess, and he got shot in the back.
Walking to his car, got in the car and got shot.
Exactly. So
really,
I
haven't even heard. I
feel
saw
like
the
if
shit
you
this
have-
morning, but I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, I feel like if you have people who come from those hoods and know like what's really going on, then you won't really have that problem, because they know they grew up here. They know who is selling drugs or who's really coming to do harm, or who's just
know,
out here
They
being
know what's
stupid.
really. They know the signals. The
Exactly,
signs,
like yeah,
what's really to look out
exactly.
for.
Like, you can't hire like most of the cops that patrol Oxnard are from like Simi Valley, or they're not from Oxnard, so they don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would feel a lot safer if I knew that, like, okay, I see a cop around, right? And he lives in the same neighborhood as me. Like, when he goes home, he's right around the corner, like, you know, living his life, keeping it cordial, you know what I mean? And that's just what it is. It's just looked at, like, black people look at it like, oh, once you become police, you're pretty much this, and that. And it shouldn't really be looked at like that, because we need more black police.
One
But
thing
we don't need the ideals of what the other police are going off of. We need new police. We need them to be retrained.
from the neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly. And we need them, it needs to be, like, reallocated. Like, it just needs to, like, you know? It just needs to be them. Like, it can't be the same type of, oh, hire someone from 25 miles away to come here and deal with these people. Nah.
25 miles away to come to our neighborhood and tell us how to live.
With the problems that we're living in, when we don't have the same amenities that go on in your neighborhood. We don't have like, you know,
So more like community based.
exactly, like Oxnard never had no young life after school
and
programs,
I know
teen centers.
I know it sounds
You know
weird,
what I
but
mean?
like Teen Center and Young Life really is kind of like what my life was built around as a youth, you know. And one thing I've always heard was all cops are white cops. And then I remember I was talking to somebody about this at a bar. It was a Mexican dude, and I'm like, how do you feel about like cops that are black? Because, you know, they're out there doing their thing and they're doing their job. And he goes, shit, bro, all cops are white cops. And I was like, but what about the black cops I talked about? And he's like, especially the black cops. He's like, as soon as you become a cop, you're a white person.
I kind of agree with him on that point, because the idealistics and just like how they react and like how they come for each other, it's like the cops are like a family. Like, they just like have each other's back, but it's like you don't see what's going on really here. You don't know the ideals of like what the police were created on.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I mean?
Well, it's also kind of a business at the end of the day, right? Too. There's like a quota. You gotta make sure.
Yeah, you gotta give out a certain amount of tickets.
You gotta make sure your department's making enough money to pay for you and your family. So if they say you get raises or you get more money, or you're closer to a promotion because you give enough speeding tickets or parking tickets or whatever it may be.
There's not always quotas.
Sure, not always, but to the ones that are, if you got a family of, you know, a wife and 2 kids, you're gonna be like, you know, I could use that raise and buy that barbecue or go to that vacation that we've always wanted. You know, you're gonna look out for your family.
Yeah, I mean, that's you know, comes into play too. But then once you put it into a business, it kind of becomes it's like you're not empathetic to what's really going on. You're not doing your job. You know, you're a cop. You're there to protect and serve.
Yeah.
But once you get all the business, like once you put all the business into it, it becomes like, you know, you're trying to reach a quota. It's not real anymore. It's like you're a robot. You know, you're just out here trying to do your job.
I think robots would do a better job.
Exactly. Yeah. You might as well put the robots out there if you're just going to do that.
Not if the robots were programmed to gather income. If the robots were programmed for order and stability, sure.
Yes.
But not when it comes to, you need to have this many parking tickets, we need this amount of income.
Well, parking tickets...
Because then robots would do the same thing. They would just go and kill the most people they could.
Parking tickets? Fuck it. Who cares? If you're past a certain time or if parked in the wrong spot, get a ticket. Fuck you. It doesn't matter. You couldn't read the sign. Doesn't matter.
I'm heavily generalizing. I'm just saying,
yes. But I definitely think that robots could do a better job than humans in the sense of general policing.
You want to get RoboCops up in this bitch?
Yeah.
Cyborgs.
They can decipher what to do in a situation. They can read body language a lot faster.
Are you sure though? I mean,
I've literally seen...
I feel like at least...
a
I don't mean to
robot.
cut you off, Josh, but I feel like at least you can put the robot in there first, and then if the robot suddenly pings off that it can't handle the situation, then you call in the real people.
Like
how would you feel, Deandre, as a black man, if someone sent in a robot to do their job and be like, okay, if a human's required, then we'll send one in, but let's just see how this black guy reacts first.
I'd be chilling because I know I'm not gonna die.
You know, you're not gonna trip off a robot.
There's no emotions
as long
involved.
as you don't give that motherfucker a gun.
There's no racism. There's no emotions involved.
So there's no reason for it to defend its life. But if you're just sending it to give me a ticket, to pull me over and give me a ticket, I'm all for it. Or, you know, I'm throwing a party in the
so like
I'm all for it.
If Tesla started doing auto driving police cars, and if you're speeding, they'll pull you over, give you a ticket. You're cool with that?
Rightfully earned.
I'm gonna get pulled over by a regular person either way. But there's a chance I could die.
But there's a less chance that you're gonna get shot or injured. Okay.
I'm for the robots. I'm for the future. I'm for all that. Like, I'm for before
the androids in the iRobot era.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
In the next 20 years.
10 years.
Not yet. Not that soon.
I got a red alert, guys.
You gotta go?
Yeah.
All right, Josh, close it out.
Well, on that note, thank you for watching. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much for Deandre for being on this show.
Thank you so much for coming, bro.
Once again, if you have anything to plug it now.
Yeah, what's your social media? If you want people to follow you and shit?
My Instagram is Shoot the Fade because I cut hair. I'm a barber. So Shoot the Fade on Instagram. That's like the only thing I have other than Twitter, but that's not for you guys, so...
All the links will be down in the description.
Yeah.
Buy the merch. It's there. Code 2DDB. Checkout, so free shipping. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for hanging out with us.